What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. And yeah, we definitely finna cook today. Oh yeah, we definitely finna cook today. You better believe that. I got a lot to cook about. I got a lot to cook on. A lot of things I got to get out, get off my chest. James, what's happening with it? In the building. Jay West in the building. Southwest Dice in the building. Jaron Davis in the building. Elevated Conscious. Kick Science socially. What's happening with it? Yeah, we finna really, you know what I'm saying? We finna get down to the real off in this thing today. Hey, you better believe it. So hit the like button when you come in the building. Smash on the like button. Jump in the comments. Let me know you in the building. And we definitely gonna cook. Ketty Peace 504, what's happening with it? Yeah. So like I said, just do me that favor when you come in the building. Smash on that like button. And yeah, it's going down for real. Yeah. Yeah. So let me know you're in the building in the comments, and we got a lot to cook on, a whole lot to cook on. A lot of news, a lot going on in boxing. We even got Chris Eubank versus Liam Smith this weekend. Yeah. You got Adrien Broner versus we gonna chop it up about Adrien Broner versus Hank Lundy. Hey, Adrien Broner, he might have a problem now. So it's a lot we finna cook on today for sure. A whole lot we finna cook on. Lamont Griffin, what's happening with it? Salute. Yes, sir. Boxing heating up, though. You know what I'm saying? Even though we ain't get that Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford, boxing heating up. So let's see if it really produced. Let's see if it produced or if they just selling us a whole bunch of hopes and dreams. But it's heating up. And I got some news for y'all, like I said, too, that I'm going to announce. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, if y'all want to hear a bunch of lies and because I see a lot of people, they like to just hear lies and stuff. Y'all want to hear a bunch of lies, this ain't the channel for you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hear a bunch of lies and narratives being ran, this is not the channel for you. You might want to go to another channel for that. Jose Sanchez, what it do? Big Omega Red, what's happening with it? Dominic, I appreciate you. What it do? Southwest Dice said AB with that food. Man, it wasn't as funny as Blue Blood was trying to make it sound like. That shit wasn't that funny, dog. Kick sign socially, you feel me? A Sneed, what's happening with it? Dank Father, what it do? Derek Pearson, what's happening with it? You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, I don't get paid to, put out lies and run with no agendas. I just research the facts and then put things together. That's it. That's all. I got different opinions than maybe some people, but we all got, different opinions when it comes to different things. But lying and then and running with different agendas, that's a whole thing, That's shit that's set there and thought out. And you know what you're doing. Sweet Tea, what's going on with it, Queen? And there's a lot of that going on YouTube. A lot of that going on. Mookie, what's happening with it? He said, this gonna be epic topic. I'm from Cincinnati. Broner be making my city look bad with his yeah. Hope he win, but with him, I doubt it. And see, I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? I can respect that because it's very few people, right? It's very few people that's from Ohio that's gonna keep it real like you do on Broner. And I bet when you get to talking and keeping it real on it, they're telling you that you a hater, that you hating on him. But we definitely gonna cook on Adrien Broner, you know, and the interview that he had last night, you know, because I was able to watch that over on Blue Blood, and you heard Blue Blood, you know, he tried to one of the first things he tried to say to Adrien Broner, you know, he tried to basically call me out. He didn't want to say my name, but he wanted to call me out, asking Broner, hey man, did you see when I had the guy on the show and he was trying to say that you no longer a draw? Yeah, I said it, and I said to him. You feel me? He should have dropped the link, and I would have went up there and told Adrien Broner. Ain't nobody checking for him like that no more. He ain't no superstar no more in the sport of boxing. KQKC, what's happening with it? Wow, wow, wow. In the building. You know, KQKC, and happy birthday once again to the singing OG. But you know, AB, you know, hey, if he win, he win. If he lose, he lose. But I'm pulling for Hank Lundy. I'm pulling for Hank Lundy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell y'all why I'm pulling for Hank Lundy. At first, when it was Ivan Redcatch, I was pulling for AB to win. But now I'm pulling for Hank Lundy to win. Yeah, I want to see Hank Lundy win. Because, yeah. I definitely want to see Hank Lundy pull that off. Matai Yoel, what's happening with it? Salute. And like I said, y'all, when you in the building, do me a favor and smash the like button. It's free. It don't cost nothing. Do me a big favor and smash the like button. Yes, sir. And like I said, Ruben Gutierrez, what's happening with it? Dominique, salute. Kwame, what it do? Lord to the game boxing talk. He says, me too. I got Lundy with the upset. Yeah, man, we definitely gonna talk about that. We definitely gonna talk about that. Jay Chestnut, what it is. Yeah. And like I said, when you come in the building, smash the like button because we got a lot to cook on today. Mr. AMG, I appreciate that. But no, you know what I'm saying, bro? I wouldn't tell nobody to stop watching Blue Blood. You know what I'm saying? Support Blue Blood. Watch his channel. But what I will tell you, because I keep it 100, y'all know me, I don't hold my tongue for nobody. What I will tell you, before you watch him say anything, go do your own research. You don't have to. I still watch Blue Blood. But like I said, before you watch him, go do your own research. That's the only thing, that's the only advice I could give you. But other than that, don't stop watching him. You know what I'm saying? Still support him. That's all I can say. Go do your own research. Because, you know, the information you might get over there might be flipped and twisted and switched around. Jose Sanchez, he says, it's just facts, Keith. When we was last time someone came up to you and he said, when was the last time someone came up to you and asked if you was ready for AB fight? Really? I mean, really? Honestly, the last time was when he fought Manny Pacquiao. And what was it? When was that? 2019? Early 2019? When he fought Manny Pacquiao. That was honestly the last time. And we're in 2023 now. And the last time that AB actually fought, when everybody was watching boxing because it was a pandemic, when everybody was paying attention to boxing, we ain't had nothing else to do. All we was doing was sitting in the house. You know what I'm saying? And I remember that shit. I was out in Detroit, and didn't nobody know AB was fighting. They was like, hey, Adrien Broner's fighting. What? We ain't even. I'm not lying. They said we didn't even know that nigga was still fighting. We thought that nigga was out at a bar drunk somewhere. We had those were the exact words. Shit, I didn't even know that nigga was still fighting. Didn't nobody want to watch that? But you know, hopefully with us helping him out, maybe he can get a bigger viewership number than he did before. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm helping promote the shit, talking about him, and you know whoever else is talking about it. But like I said, I respect Hank Lundy. You feel me? I like people thought that shit that Adrian Broner did was so funny yesterday. Cool. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a sense of humor. But then he went overboard with it. And I'm going to talk about that. Stan Holmes says, and I appreciate you, man, in that super chat, man. He says, ETB, a homeboy of yours, and DF Dub put me on you a few months back. Been rocking with you with your channel ever since. Oh, yeah, for sure. I appreciate you, Stan Holmes. Yeah, man. I rock with the DF Dub area real heavy, man. I got a lot of people out there. But yeah, Jose Sanchez said, enough said. And it ain't hating. It's just like, man, when you had your time, AB had his time, bro. He had his time. And I think what really made people kind of stop paying attention to him like that is when you have great press conferences. In every press conference, you tell everybody how spectacular you're going to look in the ring, and you're going to do this, and you're going to do that, and you're going to do this and that. And then you go in the ring and you do the opposite. After seeing that shit over and over and over and over and over again, personally, myself, I'm like, yeah, all right, bet. Like, it's not intriguing to me no more because I know that you just talking. I'd rather see Adrien Broner in a press conference talking and doing all the antics that he do, much more than I'd rather see him actually in the ring. Because if you depending on him to look good in the ring and give you some excitement, you might as well fall asleep. You might as well fall asleep because he ain't going to do it. Now, his opponent might give you excitement, but he ain't going to do it. And if you got an opponent that's aggressive, that's going to take the fight to him, all he going to do is hold. He going to hold and try to survive. But, you know, hey, everybody got their time, and his time has gone and passed. Speaks, what's happening with it? And y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash the like button. Jay, real live, what it do? He beat that boy. Hey, I beat that boy. Everybody know I beat that boy. Hey, yeah. Everybody know I beat that. You's a bitch, nigga. Yeah, you's a bitch ass nigga. Brian Branch, what's happening with it? DP Rocker, what it do? Omega Red said AB is a clown show. But people looking at now, you know what I'm saying? you want see all of that extra stuff that you doing? It's good, and people gonna rock with it if you're backing it up. But once you show that you can't back it up, now people just looking at you like Omega Red looking at you like this dude just a clown, bruh. If a man ain't about his word and he can't produce nothing that he telling you that he gonna do, well, eventually you're gonna look at him sideways like that. That's just what it is. Sheena in the building. She said, smash the like button number 54. If Sheena was number 54, that means that it's a whole bunch of y'all in the building that ain't hit the like button. Smash the like button. It's free. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. My Southwest Dice says, thoughts on the Cowboys game? Shaking my head. Hope y'all lose respectfully. Bro, I mean, damn, you ain't have to come back. You ain't have to say all that. But as far as this past game with the Cowboys, he just played Tom Brady. I mean, they played great, right? They played almost a perfect game. Dak played great. The whole team played great, but if you really, really look deep down into it, the Bucs had no pass rush at all. The Buccaneers offense been horrible the whole season. And so it's kind of like, should the Bucs had it even, they shouldn't have even been in the playoffs to keep it 100. So, like, I want to be impressed, but then I understand, like, that's not the type of team that you're going to be playing the next game in the playoffs, right? So it's kind of like if you compare what the Cowboys team is on paper and you compare what the Bucs team is on paper, they should have blown out the Bucs. But the reason I thought, like, okay, well, the Bucs might get us is because that he had played horrible the game before. They have been playing horrible, not just the game before. Like, our team had been playing horrible. Throughout December and January, we was just getting lucky wins, getting away with wins. And also, on top of that, Dak Prescott had never beat Tom Brady. And Tom Brady had never lost to the Cowboys in the history of his whole career. So with those stats, I'm looking at that and I'm like, yeah, the Cowboys, they're going to find a way to lose to Tom Brady. Because I've seen it over and over again when the Cowboys play Tom Brady. They find a way to lose, but this time, I guess they say it's the first time for everything. They pulled it out this time. But like I said, I didn't get too excited because I know that that's just one win. I don't go to the playoffs to just get one win. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of going to the playoffs to say, okay, well, we made it, but we lost? And you at least got to make it to that NFC Championship game. At least. You ain't been there since, 96? Come on, man. So, yeah. But anyway, y'all smash the like button because we definitely going to cook today. Real talk. Coach Joe was handing with a salute. Bradley Miles. Jose Sanchez said he just looked to have the hunger. He just don't look to have the hunger anymore. He like that guy that goes to work every day complaining, but knows he has to be knows he had to be there because he needs that check. That's exactly what AB is doing. He know he ain't got it no more. He really don't even want to fight no more, but he knows that he got to do it because that's his means of getting a check. He told you, when nobody else gonna give me no money like this, hey man, they gave me some money. Teach what's happening with it. Mac World Media in the building. Roderick Thompson. What it do? And y'all smash the like button. Now, before we get, because I'm gonna get into the Adrien Broner and Hank Lundy talk. But before we get into that, man, what's up with this dude, Chris Eubank? What's up with y'all boy, Chris Eubank? No, not Chris Eubank. My bad. Not Chris Eubank. I'm talking about Conor Benn. What's up with your boy, Conor Benn? Conor Benn is out here, right? Talking about that science cleared him. Bruh, you failed 2 drug tests. Let me give y'all the exact words that Conor Benn had the nerve enough to post. Let me pull this up, right? This dude, Conor Benn, says, I'm back. Thank God for science. The evidence doesn't lie. No holes in the truth. Really? The evidence didn't lie. That's why they popped you dirty twice. So now he's coming out and he's talking about he want to fight Tank and giving a list of opponents that he wants to fight, right? I would never, if I'm a fighter, I would never give him a payday. He would never get a payday off of me. Everybody in boxing, all these fighters, they need to boycott his ass. For one, sitting up there knowing that you've been popping, that you've been dirty for a long time, right? Then they catch you, and now you don't want to admit it. I don't give a damn what they telling you. Oh, you're cleared now in the UK. The UK, that shit been corrupt when it comes to drug testing fighters. You seen them let Dillian White, they've let several fighters go in there and still fight when they knew they was dirty. Now, I ain't saying that the US, they ain't dirty sometimes, but the UK, they all the way out of bounds. They all the way out of bounds. Chris Eubank, like I said, I wouldn't, if I'm a fighter, I would never give him a payday. I mean, not Chris Eubank. Not Chris Eubank. I keep saying Chris Eubank. Conor Benn. I don't know why I always get them mixed up. Conor Benn, if I'm a fighter, I would never give Conor Benn no payday. He not getting no payday from me. Bro, you can get the hell on somewhere. You know? So hopefully he don't get a fight. Hopefully he don't get a fight because he out here calling out opponents and things like that. Talking about he wants a Tank Davis fight. Bro, you need to go sit the hell down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And the only way they should let him fight is if he agrees to all year-round drug testing, where they can pop up on him anytime, anywhere, all year round. Other than that, bro, you can't fight no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him in the ring. Mac World Media says Conor Benn a stain on the sport. And that's a fact. That's a fact. And y'all smash my like button. Y'all smash the like button. Warriors Boxing LLC, what's happening with it? Planet 619 says, plus they was trying to line up Chris Eubank Jr., having him drained to 157 while Ben roided the F up. That's real talk, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he's been roided up. He's been roided up. That's why his confidence level went to nothing. Remember, he didn't have no confidence at all. And then, like in the past year, his confidence shot through the roof. He calling out Jerron Ennis. He calling out Virgil Ortiz. He talking about Keith Thurman. He talking about Errol Spence. I'm talking about he calling out all of the heavy hitters. But a year before that, he wasn't ready for him. He was quiet as a church mouse a year before that. Didn't want to fight none of them. But all of a sudden, he got on roids and he got a newfound motherfucking Superman in his body. Yeah, man. You know what I'm talking about? And Champ says Caleb Plant versus Benavidez in Vegas. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like I said, I'm calling names. You feel me? Because Money Brown TV, I'm watching Money Brown TV last night, right? And Money says, did you hear the news? Did you hear the news about Caleb Plant popping dirty? And this has nothing to do with money, right? This has nothing to do with money, right? And I said, Caleb Plant popping dirty? I'm like, man, ain't no way Caleb Plant pop. Where you get that news at, right? But Money says, well, I'm saying this, but I don't know, so I got to do more research. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking, did anybody hear the news? And Money shouldn't even, you know what I'm saying? My brother shouldn't even said that shit, because what I did is I went and researched it. As soon as I saw who the news came from, I said, this nigga's a clown. He's a sucker. Ain't no way this shit is real. Come to find out, it wasn't real. And I knew it wasn't real. Come to find out, it wasn't real. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I know somebody had to bring it up to Money, because Money said himself, like, well, I don't know if this shit real or not. I got to go do my research. But when I saw the clown who put that news out, he's a straight clown. Dude's a straight sucker. As soon as I saw it, I said, oh, I know it ain't real. So I continued to do more research, and it wasn't real. It was some shit that he made up to get people, you know, following him. And that's some hoe ass shit. You don't do no stuff like that. Like, that's some straight hoe stuff. You don't do things like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because Jake Donovan got in his ass for doing that. Jake Donovan from the boxing scene got in him for doing that. He said, bro, next time you accuse, if you want to make up a story about somebody testing dirty on PEDs, You might not want to use Caleb Plant because Caleb Plant is one of the cleanest fighters in all of the sport. So yeah, if anybody heard that sucker clown stuff, don't listen to it. It was false. Oh I no. What happened is Jose is I heard him talking about. I heard him talking about it. But like I said, clarify. This has nothing to do with Money Brown because Money said from the jump that he has to reach that he got to check into it because he didn't know if it was true. But I heard Money talking about it, and I came in and I'm like, what? Because I didn't know what happened because I actually came in at that point. So I didn't know what happened. So I asked Money, like, what you mean? Caleb Plant dropped dirty? Like, where you get that from? And then Money said, yeah, that's the rumor that's going around, but I don't know if it's true or not or whatever. But I don't think that Money saw at that point. Money hadn't saw who put it out because I know if Money had saw who put that shit out, he just would have scrolled past that shit and wouldn't even mention it himself. You know what I'm saying? So I know he did see it. But see, that's how shit gets started when you get clown ass dudes like that dude that put that information out, right? You get them clown ass dudes, and then then you get other dudes come in the chat like they did last night, come in Money's chat because they listening to these lying ass stories that these dudes put out, and then that shit just gets spread wild. And before you know it, you have everybody running around talking about such and such pop dirty for PEDs. Such and such is a steroid cheat. When it was a fucking lie that a clown made up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So I'm pretty sure. I haven't spoke to Money about it, but I'm pretty sure he by now he went and saw, the clown that put it out and then, realized that it was fake news. Like, when you got to stoop to doing shit like that, like, that's some sucker stuff. B Megastar said, he said he clowned him on Twitter. Yeah, man. Everybody should have gotten his ass. You know what I'm saying? He the same dude that was putting all type of lies out about Errol Spence. But yeah, Caleb Plant, David Benavidez in Vegas. That's a fight I definitely want to go to. You feel me? That's a fight I definitely want to go to. And salute to Money Brown TV. Y'all make sure that y'all sub to my brother. If y'all ain't sub, you should already be sub. But yeah, I'm just bringing him up because that's where I first saw the information. I was shocked, like, God damn, Caleb Plant? Nah, don't tell me Caleb Plant. But yeah, because I was like really, really shocked. I was hella shocked when I heard that shit. Like I was hella shocked when I seen that shit. Cause like I said, I came in at that point and I'm like, oh hell no, I know Caleb Plant, man. Caleb Plant, ain't no way. But yeah, Caleb Plant is a clean fighter, always been a clean fighter, and he ain't even built like that to put some shit like that in his system. But moving along. Where I want to go with this. Let's talk about AB. Let's get back on Adrien Broner. Oh yeah, another. Let me announce this news real quick. If y'all haven't heard, Chris Colbert. You know what I'm saying? Chris Colbert, take the prime time off his name because ain't nothing prime time about him. But Chris Colbert looks like that he's gonna be fighting on the undercard of Caleb Plant and David Benavidez against Raul Venezuela. I think I said his name right. Against Rayo. He gonna be fighting against Rayo. That's a hell of a fight. That is a hell of a fight. He going to be fighting against Rayo. Like that fight right there is a hell of a fight because, hey, Rayo, he just got knocked out by the dude, what's his name, Santos? He just got stopped by Santos. And then Chris Colbert, he might as well have got stopped by Hector Garcia. You know, Rayo, Santos beat the brakes off of Rayo, but Hector Garcia beat the brakes off of Chris Colbert. So both of them need a win. Hey, both of them gonna have to come in on their AAA game because, hey, that's a hell of a fight. That's a hell of a fight. And Chris Colbert is moving up to 135 for this fight. Now, Chris Colbert, he's made it clear that he's only going to go to 135 for this one fight, and then he's going back down to 130. But hey, that's a great fight, and that is supposed to be on the undercard of David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. So with those two fights alone, they killing the game. They killing the game. So yeah, that's some news, that's some news. Also, I'm gonna give y'all some more news. Hit my like button. Smash on the like button. It's free. It don't cost y'all nothing to hit the like button. And if you can, support the channel in the Cash App. If you can support the channel in the Cash App, help me reach my donation goal. YouTube, man, they've been doing me real dirty, holding all my videos up and all of that. So, if y'all can support the channel in the Cash App, it'll be highly appreciated. But I'm gonna give y'all some more news. Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga is now a free agent. He's been released from Top Rank. They both mutually agreed that they wanted to part ways. So Edgar Berlanga is no longer with Top Rank. He is a free agent. And, Edgar Berlanga, he was trying to get out of his Top Rank contract because he was having some issues with Top Rank. But, hey, Top Rank said, hey, we don't want you anyway. Go ahead. Because I think that Top Rank sees what we all see is that Edgar Berlanga ain't it. They tried to build Edgar Berlanga into a mega superstar, but they saw that he wasn't it. So he was complaining, wanted to get out of his contract, and they let him go. So one thing that is that Top Rank saw what we saw in Edgar Berlanga, that he wasn't the dude. Because Top Rank ain't going to just let you out of, if you that guy, if you him, Top Rank ain't going to let you out of that contract like that. You're going to have to pay a real heavy dollar to get out of a Top Rank contract, or you're going to be sitting on the sideline for some years. But with Edgar Berlanga, they like, shit, you want out? That's cool. That's cool. You can go ahead and go. We ain't want you anyway. You can go ahead and get the hell up out of here. We giving you stone cold bums like Steven Rose, like Steven Dinner Rose to fight, and you barely beating them. You barely edging out wins against Steven Dinner Rose. Nah, we don't want you. You're good. So yeah, Edgar Berlanga is now a free agent. He's no longer with Top Rank. And the thing is, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Edgar Berlanga, he better go over there to DAZN or somewhere. He better go take his ass over there to DAZN. Because if Edgar Berlanga go anywhere near the PBC, where they got all them heavy hitters at 168, he gonna have a real short career. So he better go over there where he can, in witness protection. Because he was already in witness protection over there with Top Rank. So he better go to phase 2 of witness protection and go over there to DAZN. Because I'm letting y'all know right now, if Edgar Berlanga mess around and sign with the PBC, they finna throw him in with the big dogs. And Edgar Berlanga, he was over there protected. He didn't have to worry about none of that with Top Rank. So if I'm Edgar Berlanga, knowing the skills I don't possess, knowing the fighter that I am deep down inside, yeah, I'm definitely not signing with the PBC. Yo, the Crush, what's happening with it? What it do? Bo Mac Extra Sauce in the building. My man J.A. Dixon. DJ, what it do? Leon Robinson, Just Do Boxing in the building. Daryl Deloach. Manny in the building. Teach, Dankfather. No Say J. Jay Chestnut said you can do Charlo versus Berlanga for his debut at 168. Charlo can go in there with all the problems that he got going on, and he's still gonna beat the dog shit out of Berlanga. Bo Max says, what? Berlanga's a free agent? I don't believe this. Well, I'm telling you right now, so believe it. Like I said, this ain't the channel that you come to get fake news and narratives and all that shit. This the channel you come to if you want to hear some real shit. If you like being lied to, don't come over here. So, unsubscribe. But if you want to hear some real shit, this is the channel you come to. And I ain't gonna say this is the only channel you come to, but I'm just saying this is one of the channels you want to come to. I ain't the type that's gonna shit on nobody else's channel to, bring mine up. But yeah, so Edgar Berlanga is a free agent. That's some news for y'all. For those who don't know, Edgar Berlanga is now a free agent, and we're going to sit back and we're going to see who he signed with. If he signs with PBC, he's going to have a very short-lived career. Because he's going to be how old is Edgar Berlanga? Like 25, 26? Well, he's going to be a 25 or a 26-year-old journeyman. That's what he's going to be. He's going to be a 25 or a 26-year-old journeyman. He go sign with the PBC. So his best bet is to go do some business with the zone so he can stay out of harm's way. I'm telling you, Ultimate Fight Club, he bet not sign with the PBC. He signed with the PBC. That's gonna be his first and last fight. You know what I'm saying? He signed with the PBC, bro. They finna throw him to the wolves, and he finna be a 25 or 26-year-old journeyman. That's what he gonna be. And we know in boxing, they don't let dudes continue to fight no more and show them like them Orlando Salido days and all of that. That shit's over with in boxing. You know what I'm saying? When the days of us seeing a fighter that got 12 and 13 losses and then he get a championship fight and upset somebody, that shit over with in boxing now. They ain't doing that. They cancel. You lose one fight, they cancel your ass out in boxing now. You lose one fight, they gonna cancel you in boxing now. Shit ridiculous, but yeah, dude ain't got it. Bomax Extra Sauce said, keyword Derrick James help Berlanga. Man, Derrick James, goddamn Eddie Fudge can raise up out of his grave. Emmanuel Stewart can raise up out of his grave. All of them together, they can't help Edgar Berlanga. He just ain't it. They can't help Edgar Berlanga, for real. It ain't gonna happen. But y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash the like button. Because I just want to give y'all that news, you know what I'm saying? Let them know, that I let y'all know about that news if you didn't know. Derrick James might help him. Emma Williams needs to take his ass over to Derrick James. Well, I can't say that, because my partner that I personally know, he actually trains Emma Williams. The white dude that you see with Emma Williams all the time is in his corner. Yeah. I personally did, like, he live around the corner from me. He trains Emma Williams, so I'm not finna say that. But Emma Williams, man, he looking good. He doing his thing. You got to look at where Emma Williams was 5 years ago. He didn't even know how to hit a heavy bag. So they doing something with Emma Williams. But let's talk about Adrien Broner, right? Let's talk about Adrien Broner. Like I said, Blue Blood, he mentioned to Adrien Broner, he asked Adrien Broner last night, did you see when I had the brother on the panel? And he was talking about me. Did you see when I dropped the link for the brother and he was trying to claim that that you're not a superstar no more? That you're not a mega superstar no more. And I was telling him that you still a superstar, that you still gonna sell out arenas. And like I said before earlier on the show, next time, drop me the link because I'll get on the panel, right? And I'll keep it real with AB and tell him exactly what I said. Because Adrien Broner, no, he is not a superstar. Somebody send this shit to his inbox. He ain't no superstar. No, he's not. He's not selling out no arenas no more. He's not doing none of that shit. Now, let me say, the fight with him and Hank Lundy, it might do okay in Atlanta because Atlanta has a real big black, fan base. They got a real big black fan base. And so he might do okay, but they ain't selling out no arenas. And Adrien Broner is not a superstar. He's not a superstar in boxing no more. Do people know Adrien Broner's name? Yeah. But is anybody checking for Adrien Broner? Is anybody dying to see Adrien Broner fight again? No. Well, of course, you got some people that's still huge fans of Adrien Broner that's from Ohio or just love Adrien Broner like that. But I'm talking about the masses. The masses are not checking for Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner is not selling out arenas. He's not doing big, huge numbers on pay-per-view. He's just not that. The queen is in the building, Miss Lania. Salute to you, queen. Salute to you. I appreciate you, queen. And like I said, I'm still praying for you. I'm praying for you and your family. And, just praying for you just to have peace. Things will get better. It will get better. And salute to the queen. But yeah, so like I was saying is people are not checking for Adrien Broner like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, when was the last time you had somebody come up to you, right? Before this BLK Prime stuff was announced, before he pulled out of the fight with Omar Figueroa, come up to you like, man, we really dying to see Adrien Broner fight again, man. I want to see Adrien Broner get back in the ring because he gonna take over boxing. Ain't nobody saying that shit. And if you are saying that, if you believe that Adrien Broner is finna take over boxing, you a damn fool. Blue blood don't even believe that shit. It's okay to stroke Adrien Broner's ego because he's on the panel, but come on, bro. You know this man ain't no superstar in boxing no more. Come on, man. AB, bro, please. Like, let's just get real about it, So, with all that being said, we know that Ivan Redkach ended up having to pull out of the fight because his promoter was doing him dirty. I made a video on that, right? But I'm not going to go into all of that. So in steps in Hank Lundy. And the crazy thing about it is when Adrien Broner announced, right, when he signed to BLK Prime, when he had his announcement, he had that press conference, and he signed to BLK Prime, right? I'm talking to Money Brown on the phone. And me and Money, we like, man, who you think AB opponent going to be? And me and him both said, it's probably going to be Hank Lundy. We think it's going to be Hank Lundy. And then it was announced that it was Ivan Redkach. And I wasn't surprised about Ivan Redkach because they had some history. But we initially said that the fight was going to be Hank Lundy. And it's crazy how now that actually happened. Now it's Hank Lundy. So, hey, they had to find somebody that they think that Adrien Broner can beat, but they might have found the wrong one. And Quee, salute. I see you in the building, Quee. John Kramer says, Keon, what was Blue Blood doing telling it on you? Like I said, I would have went up there and told him myself. Y'all know I don't have no problem with that. Straight up and down. I don't know what he thought he was doing, but I would have went up there. Like I said, next time you give me the link and beam me in and I'll tell him myself. But Adrien Broner wasn't worried about that. Like, he like that's new to him. Like that's something that he hasn't heard, that he's washed up and people don't think that he is a superstar no more. Like Blue is telling him that like I'm the only person in the world that's saying that. That man done heard that shit a million times over again. So you think he was finna jump out of his seat and get excited because one more person said it? Like he like, okay, and he's not worried about what me or nobody else on social media or YouTube is saying about him. He shouldn't be. But a fact is a fact. He's just not it no more. Everybody have their day. I can't go outside and get on the pavement and run a 4.340 no more. But I understand I can't do that. Just like he can't get in there and beat no top level opponents. Shit, he couldn't do it in his prime, but I mean, we gonna believe that he can do it now. That's a whole different story. Hey, but anyway, so I'm rooting for Hank Lundy. And the reason I'm rooting, because before, when he was fighting Ivan Redcatch, I was rooting for Ivan Redcatch. But the reason I'm rooting for Hank Lundy, right, is because Hank Lundy is a hard worker. He's disciplined. And he don't have the best skills, but he gonna fight you. He's going to give you a show. Hank Lundy is gonna fight every minute of every round, and he gonna give it his all. Hank Lundy trains like a beast. And one thing that I didn't like that, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people thought it was funny. It wasn't near as funny as Blue Blood was trying to make it sound. Like just falling all out his chair and just acting like it was the funniest shit in the world. Like Adrien Broner is Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying? Like it was comedy hour. Right? When Adrien Broner kept telling Hank Lundy, oh, yeah, you know, I'm going to buy you a new food truck because, you know, I'm making bread. You know, I know you ain't really making no money, so I'm going to buy you a new food truck, right? When AB kept saying that, right? Okay, you said it once. You said it twice. Okay, I got you. When let me send Money Brown this link. So you said it once, right? You said it twice. You continue to say it, and now to me, like, I know what's real, right? You trying to make it, you trying to come off like you funny or whatever, right? But you trying to basically act like you above Hank Lundy. Because now BLK Prime, they didn't give you a bag and you really smelling yourself. You feeling yourself. So now you trying to basically down Hank Lundy in front of the whole world, talking about, oh, yeah, you know, your little business. What is it, little food truck business? Huh? I'm going to buy you a new food truck. Hank Lundy has a industrial cleaning business where they go, you know, where he got his company and they clean big industrial buildings and stuff. AB was trying to clown it. Maybe AB need to get him some business and businesses so he wouldn't have to be crying and shit, talking about people doing him wrong and they want me to fight Godzilla. If they gonna pay me, they want me to fight Godzilla to pay me. Maybe he wouldn't have to be sitting up in the bar, you know what I'm saying, drinking himself to death. And I'm going to come out with a video about that too, because he talked about that. And I'm not making fun of it. But, bro, I just didn't respect what he did. Because now you acting like you above Hank Lundy and you looking down and talking down on him. And Blue Blood thought that shit was the funniest shit in the world. And I'm telling y'all, like I said, it was, we know that you a comedian, dude. We know you trying to be a comedian, but you continue to just say that shit over and over. And now it's like, okay, bro, I heard you. And Hank Lundy took it cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hank Lundy, he a cool ass dude, so he took it cool. But I'm watching it, and I see like, okay, now you trying to, like, you basically trying to big dog Hank Lundy. You know what I'm saying? You trying to big dog him. Like, yeah, nigga, I know you broke. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm going to give you the biggest payday. Yeah, you broke. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go buy you another food truck. Like, bro, that shit I didn't respect. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't respect that shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't respect that shit. And somebody that does that shit is going to be broke very, very fast. I'm telling y'all, shit all... Just because in AB he's done a lot for people, but it wasn't no need to continue to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he's supposed to be Hank Lundy's partner. If my partner get on there, like if Money Brown, right, get on there and do that shit to me and then continue to do that shit over and over and over and over, after a while, I'm gonna be like, all right, homie, chill out. Like, chill. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, right, if I'm gonna make an example, that's just like, right, I'm supposed to be a big dog, right? And I'm a millionaire, right? And I do an interview with Money, And I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, your little YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna buy you a little, you know, I'm gonna buy you a new computer, you know what I'm saying, for your little YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, I know you ain't making no money, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna buy you a little a digital cam and stuff, cause I know you ain't got one. And continue to say, after a while, he probably gonna feel like, okay, bro, like we in front of the whole world, like, what is you saying, like, you know? And that shit I didn't respect, and it wasn't that fucking funny, you know. But like I said, real ones will understand what I'm saying. And then, like I said, a lot of y'all like fake shit. John Kramer says, even the clowns, Quee, I see you, Queen. And Cassandra Mason is in the building, straight from that Cincinnati, Ohio. Jackie Hernandez, salute, Queen. Let me see. I had a comment that I was trying to read and I skipped. Oh, John Kramer. John says, even the clowns who laughing at that shit going to be broke. Right. You don't like, bro. I seen through that shit. I seen through that shit because I know cats that's like that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make yourself look better in front of the whole world and shit, trying to put him down. And that's what he was doing. Like, you know, you did it once, and then when you continue to do it throughout the whole thing, like, bro, it's a press conference. You ain't got nothing else to say but that. You know? But Money, what's happening with you?
What's going down, bro? Do I sound cool, Key? You know,
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, I agree, man.
I was talking. You saw that you saw the clown that put up that Caleb Plant lie, right?
Who was it?
I'll text you because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I ain't giving that nigga no shine on here.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a lot. And Jake Donovan got on his helmet about that shit on Twitter. Like, people was getting on his helmet because he put that lie out.
Good.
I'm texting you. I'm texting you right now. Usually I say dudes' names, but I don't mess with dude like that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even finna, you know. Nicola Brown, and man, I appreciate you coming through, man. Always showing love to a brother in that Cash App, man. I appreciate you, man. KG, what it do? Now, so yeah, that was false. And I was talking about that earlier before you got in here. But now we on the Adrian Broner, man. What did you think about, you know, that interview yesterday, if you watched it?
Yeah, I watched it. The whole situation and shit. First off, shouts out to Hank Lundy for coming through saving they motherfucking ass. First of all, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's a better opponent than Ivan Red Catch, because we know he coming to fight your ass. Everybody, if you know Hammer and Hank, hey, he 39, but his ass go stay in the gym. He go talk his shit, and you know, he go come to fight, bro. So, you know, it was a cool interview, right? If that's supposed to be, you know what I mean, a press conference, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever they supposed to been giving us. So it was cool for what it was. But yeah, AB was trying to shit on Hank and things of that nature, though. You know, it started off cool with Hank. It started off respectful with Hank, and Hank happy for the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? He happy for the opportunity. He gonna make some good little bread. Like you say, bro, it's all about staying in shape for a phone call, to put you on that stage. Whether you win, lose, or draw. You know what I'm saying? Whether you win, lose, or draw, you feed your family. And for somebody like Hank to be 39, you know, going into the ring, fighting Adrien Broner right now. We know AB on his last leg as well. But for him to be fighting Adrien Broner after getting a Terence Crawford fight, you know, Hank been on TV a few times. He even beat, you know, my St. Louis boy, Lil Danny from St. Louis and shit. Lil Danny caught him in the first round, but Hank ended up out-bossing him and shit. So, you know, Hank been around for a minute, man, earning his dues, you know, being humble, but still talking this shit at the same time. You feel me? And, like, I'm with you. AB, you know, he was trying to shit on Hank a little bit with that situation. Kept bringing up the cleaning truck, calling it a food truck, right, bro? Oh, damn, Hank, you running? I thought you was going to support the business. Like, I thought you, AB, cut it out, bro. Because you were just one motherfucker in the hole crying about you need your money and you need this and you need that, and they owed you X, Y, and Z. And you still ain't get shit checked because you talking about until it hit the bank, right? Until it hit my account, you know what I'm saying? I can't say shit. So why the fuck you out there lying talking about, oh, well, they gave you X, Y, and Z, and why they lying talking about they gave you this up front and they ain't give you shit? You know what I mean? You are trying to shit on PBC left and right, talking about what they didn't do for you. Oh, I know Terrence check ain't bounced. Yeah, that's Terrence check. Yeah, but what about your check? You feel me? So at the end of the day, man, it was a cooler situation. Like I don't know if they using Blue Blood shit as their platform to be a press conference or whatnot, but that ain't doing no promo. You feel me? That's not promoting the fight. That's not putting shit out there to let people know we got this fight going down in Atlanta and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all a month away, almost a month away from the fight, y'all need to be doing some heavy promote. Some heavy promote. You know, they just banking on AB name, going to Atlanta, AB knowing the little rap stars and shit like that. And of course, they might come sell out the arena or do whatever they go do in the arena, but it ain't good for people pressing the button and buying the motherfucker. Feel me? So at the end of the day, bro, you know, it was cool. It was cool. It wasn't nothing too major. Adrian Broner come over and dominate as usual. You know what I'm saying? So if you had, let's just say, Brian Custer doing the shit, we probably would have got, you know, more out of both of them, just to be honest with you. You feel me? We didn't really get too much out of both, but you know, maybe it was an interview that they gave Blue Blood, maybe must have been a small little press conference to give a little you know, a little press towards the fighting things of
It
that
was
nature.
one-sided though, bro. Like we weren't really showing Lundy no respect.
Or at all. Like I agree 120%. Like when you supposed to be asking questions left and right and you laughing with Adrian Broner over some corny ass jokes, you know what I'm saying? You laughing with him, going heavy. And I'm gonna be real. Hank Lundy, if he felt kind of out of place a little bit, he held his own. You know what I'm saying? But you know when a nigga fake smiling, Key. You know when you fake laughing with a motherfucker.
And
You
my
know what I'm
thing,
saying?
bro, it's like you asking, right? You asking Hank Lundy a question, but then you're not asking Adrian Broner the same. It's like you ask Adrian, but like what are some things that you know you gotta, you worried about with Adrian Broner? You know, you gotta work like shit, and then you supposed to ask AB the same thing, but it was all one-sided.
Well, because they banking on Adrian Broner going in and beating Hank Lundy ass. So in their head, they feel like they just got Adrian Broner opponent because they know they want it to be the Adrian Broner show. You feel me? Give Adrian Broner what he want, kiss his ass, make sure he happy. Don't do this, don't do that, right? So AB, what is like working with BLK Prime? That motherfucker saying to that check in my account, I can't say shit. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that shit play out, bro. But you know, Adrian Broner, this is last hurrah, right? He still got a little buzz to his name, but Adrian Broner not no motherfucking superstar like they're trying to make him out to be no more. He ain't packing them out like that no more. He reverted, you know what I'm saying, to BLK Prime, and you know, went from the big stage to doing press conference on like he didn't want to do the what's the thing, bro? He didn't want to do
The,
that
the,
shit.
the virtual press conference
The
with PBC.
Yeah, he didn't want to do the virtual press conference with PBC, but you come and do this little bitty small Ricky Dick ass press conference with Hank Lundy and shit, and you ain't making no fuss about it. You know what I mean? Name somebody you got your head together and all this shit, bro. So we'll see if you make the weight. If they make it happen, you know they know they can pull the wool over Hank eyes and jerk it whichever way they want to go. But you know they know Hank happy for the opportunity. So we'll just see what happens, bro. But you better hope Hank don't get in there and crack his motherfucking ass and win this fight and they take it from him. You feel me?
Right, man. Right. And like I said, man, Hank Lundy, first of course, he's lost his last 4 fights. Shit. I mean, Adrian Broner then lost his last 4 more fights too. Really. I mean, he really didn't beat Gervonta Santiago. He ain't win that fight. So they both on losing streaks. Let's just keep it real. But Hank Lundy is gonna give you, he gonna go in there, he gonna give it his all. He's going to be on Adrian Broner helmet. He's aggressive. Hank Lundy don't give you no time to breathe. And Hank Lundy gonna be in shape because he's been active. He fought in August. He just fought in December a few weeks ago. He has a fight scheduled for February the 4th, right? Then that fight with Adrian Broner is
Salute
on
to Shannon and
February the
everybody in the
25th.
chat. I see y'all. Shannon, what's going down, everybody in the chat? Salute to y'all. Salute everybody.
Right. And so he got 2 fights, right? He already so he fought in August, came back and fought in December already, right? He has a fight scheduled for February the 4th, and then he's supposed to be fighting Adrian Broner on February the 25th. So he active as hell. He in shape. We seen him sitting up there ripped up. You know what I'm saying? Like AB like to say he was ripped up like he was cut up like a bag of dope. So, you know, he in shape. He train all the time. He spar all the time. I guarantee you he putting in a lot more work than Adrian Broner been putting in. Because I mean, you can just look at them and look at their bodies, and you can see the difference. Now, AB, right? He might get upset by Hank Lundy, and I really don't even think it would be an upset, but Hank Lundy might go in there and beat him. Now, my personal beliefs is that Hank Lundy is going to have to knock Adrien Broner out to win the fight, because they're going to rob him. Hey, look how they treating Hank Lundy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just by what we saw last night, he's the challenger. They treating AB like he's a mega superstar, like he got all of the belts and shit, like he undisputed, and Hank Lundy just a dude just coming in there, just a nobody, a challenger. That's how they treat him. So, of course, if it go to distance, they're going to try to rob Hank Lundy, so he's going to have to stop Adrien Broner. And I don't see that happening. But I do see him beating Adrien Broner. Like, we know if he won the fight. We know who's going to win the fight. I mean, if we watching the fight, we know as fans, okay, yeah, they robbed him. He really won the fight. But I don't know. I think it's a better fight for the fans than the Ivan Red catch. You know, because Hank Lundy is very active. He is going to let his hands go. We know what Adrien Broner going to do. He ain't going to let his hands go. So, you know, hey, it's a cool fight. See how it play out. They got history with each other. They, like you heard them say, they done sparred each other a million times. But I don't think AB is the same Adrien Broner that he was back when they were sparring. He's not. Now, Hank Lundy is not in his prime neither. Hank Lundy is older. He, 39 years old, almost 40. But Hank Lundy, he's disciplined. He stay in shape. He don't do all that extra stuff out of the ring. So that's going to make a difference. So, you know, hey, who you picking to win the fight? Just if you just had to say, okay, the judge is no factor, just straight up.
Adrien Broner.
You gonna pick? You think Adrien Broner right now, what he is now, he'll beat Hank Lundy?
Yeah, he should be able to pull it out. But like I say, I wouldn't be surprised if Hank on his ass, and Hank should win the fight. You know, I don't think Hank got he got some pop where he can catch you with some shit. You know, it's just gonna come down to you know, if AB, I ain't gonna even say let his hand go because we know what he gonna do. If he can hit Hank with a few shots and hurt him, and the crowd, how the crowd saying some shit, you know, and that's all a judge is gonna need to see from a fight like this. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm gonna still say his ass should win the fight, but like I say, I know Hank gonna be very active, you know, and we just have to see at 39 will he still let his hands go the way he will. But you know, Hank gonna try to come and show up and show out. One thing about Hank, when in front of a crowd, a lot of motherfuckers out there, he gonna let you know he in the ring with you. He gonna let you know that for sure. So we'll see how it turn out to be and what it be. So I'm gonna still favor Adrien Broner, but you know, like I say, we know AB ain't the same AB. So we'll see how it go. We'll see how it go.
Yeah, it just all depends what AB you get, because like I look at the matchup and I know how active Hank Lundy is and how aggressive Hank Lundy is. And we know that when AB fights an active, aggressive fighter, he keep his hands in his pocket. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's his kryptonite. But Hank Lundy been losing to guys that's not nowhere near what AB was. I don't know what AB is now. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand, right? What people don't realize is we're looking at AB for what he was. What is he now? AB said before he started training, he said he went on a whole year and a half to all he did was wake up every morning. He said he didn't eat, ain't brush his teeth, went to the bar and drank all morning nonstop for a year and a half. This was recently, all the way up until he started training for the Omar Figueroa fight. He said for a year and a half, all he did was get up, didn't eat, didn't brush his teeth or nothing, and went and drank all day until he blacked out. He said this shit happened straight for a year and a half. And I was telling Money about it because I was watching him do it. So that is a lot of abuse on your body. A year and a half straight, you drinking from the sun up to sundown until you black out. And he says that, you know what? I was just drinking till I didn't even remember what happened. Get up the next day, the next morning, do the same thing for a year and a half. So I ain't banking on nobody that's done that much damage to the, and you can see it in his face because he look old as fuck. AB way younger than me, but he look way older than I do. He look way older than Money do. So you can see it in his face. So basically, you want me to bank on a wino, a recovering wino. And I'm not trying to be funny with the shit. That's just what it is. He told the story itself. And I don't think it's funny at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's funny because he had a real problem. And I salute him for being able to, dig yourself out of that rut and say, you know what? I got to stop this shit and I got to get back in the gym. So it's even, you know what I'm saying? So I take my hat off to AB for even being able to get back in the gym, right? And start training again, right? As big as he was and all of that. But the thing is you got to realize all of the wear and tear that he put, all the poison he put in his body. He's never going to get the same out of what he's never going to be the same. Big Lee D says AB looked 33. I don't know what 33 is. I okay. I don't know what 33 supposed to look like to you, but he don't look no 33. He looked 43. But anyway, regardless of all of that, he just destroyed his body too much for me to think that he gonna cook. Like, how are we thinking that he gonna go in there and look better than what we saw him look last time when he fought Gervonta Santiago after doing what he did to his body?
Hey, Key, I forgot about that stretch when he was on that motherfucking church, too. You ain't lying, bro. When he was on that church, I don't know who was that, his mama or somebody that was holding him or some shit?
Yeah, bro. He said it. I'm going to put a video. He talked about it. He said a whole year and a half, that's all he did. From the time he opened his eyes to the time he passed out from the time he opened his eyes to the time he blacked out.
Now, I'm talking about, do you remember? I forgot what it was, bro. I don't know if he was in that place or not, but I just know, shit.
No, Sheena. I said Adrian Broner is 33, but he looked 43. Yeah. So I mean,
Miss Mechanical talk 33 dog.
I ain't see that shit. Hey, bro, ain't no way that dude looked no 33, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. We expected him to at least look like he did in the Gervonta Santiago fight. He ain't gonna look that good, and he looked horrible. How he gonna look better than what he did then? After doing that to his body. But you go on the motherfucking drinking bench, right? Till you pass out every day for a year and a half. And if you survive that shit, let me know if you're gonna be able to be the same, athletically that you were before you started that. It ain't no way, bro. It ain't no way.
Yeah, but we'll see though, because it's coming up. And I don't need that, Key. I just seen that I don't know if it's gonna take place or not, but I just seen that Jake Paul and Tommy Fury supposed to be fighting February 2015.
On that day. Yep.
So
on that same day.
Yeah, so they better, you know what I mean?
That's the thing I'm looking at, bro. And why would you invest money into somebody like that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, bro, that shit is just retarded.
Facts.
It's like, because the name, because like Blue was saying, because of the name, because he's a star. He's a no. People, boxing fans want to see a product inside of the ring. Once they realize that you're not going to give them what they want to see inside of the ring, they're not paying for it no more. And then you're going to try to compare that shit to Floyd Mayweather, bro. Don't ever do that shit. Like, that shit was just crazy to me, bro.
Who compared him to Floyd Mayweather? Hold on, what they say?
Planet 619 said, damn, Keon, you older than AB. Yeah, I'm way older than AB. That's funny as hell. But yeah. Greg Abernathy says, are you hearing that Lil Monster and Fulton agreed to fight? Last thing I heard about is Fulton. He finna fight somebody else, but Monster, the Monster, he moving up. He moving up to that weight class. So hopefully we do get that fight. Man.
Yeah,
so y'all smash the like button. Y'all. Let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? Enough about Adrian Broner. Like I said, I think the fight is more interested now with Hank Lundy. And you know, we gonna see. But anyway, let's get into it.
Adrian Broner with his trash ass.
What'd you say?
I said, yeah, enough of Adrien Broner with his trash ass.
Bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no. You know, I just talked to, I just had to tell somebody the other day that, that you're a superstar. You know what I mean? You're still a superstar. Man, no motherfucking superstar. Go ahead, okay.
Man, I was like, man, come on now, dog. But y'all smash the like button. Okay, Greg. Shit, if they is, that's dope. That's dope if that's gonna happen, man. I can't wait. Fight I'm definitely gonna want to see. But y'all smash the like button. If you're in the building, you haven't smashed the like button, smash the like button. If you can donate to the channel, help me reach my donation goal. Hit the Cash App. The Cash App is up on the screen. But let's really get to cooking now. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, because I think you got something in the background, Money.
I'm bad. Hold on.
Yeah, because yesterday, right? Well, let's start from the beginning, right? You had Oscar De La Hoya coming out threatening to pull Ryan Garcia out of the fight. Talking about he hadn't had no contract yet. He hadn't seen the contract. He was going to pull Ryan Garcia out of the fight. And I'm just sitting back and I'm looking, right? And I've seen all of the antics that Oscar De La Hoya has been doing ever since Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis put the full press on both promoters to get the fight done. Now, you wouldn't hear Steven Espinoza come out and do a whole bunch of bullshit, but you continue to see Oscar De La Hoya come out, talk shit about Al Heyman, talking about he was finna expose Al Heyman, just do all type of shit. And I continue to say, like, man, I don't think this fight gonna go down. Look what Oscar doing. Look how he acting, right? Now, Ryan Garcia had already told us that he had agreed to everything. He had saw the contract and everything. Oscar De La Hoya was saying, I haven't saw no contract. Maybe, right? Maybe the reason that the PBC hadn't given Oscar De La Hoya a contract, but Ryan Garcia had it, is because maybe they realized that if they had gave it to Oscar first before Ryan Garcia saw it, it probably wouldn't have been no fight, because Oscar De La Hoya was acting like he was saying that he wanted to fight, but his actions were showing that he really didn't want that fight to happen. Now, people might say, well, it doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't Oscar want that fight to happen? Well, first of all, the only reason it's happening is because of Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia pressing the promoters to make it happen, right? Pressing them to make it happen. Now, my opinion, the reasons that Oscar De La Hoya really didn't want it to happen is because, for one, Ryan Garcia is still building into a mega star, right? He's still building Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia still hasn't had that mega fight to show that he's on the level of a Gervonta Davis, right? So if he go in there and get knocked out early by Gervonta Davis, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, I'm just saying if that were to happen, he go in there and get knocked the fuck out early by Tank Davis, ain't nobody going to be checking for Ryan Garcia, because all of that hype and that build up, that then goes away. Now they're going to be talking shit, talking about, oh, he's just the supermodel. And then what does that do? That changes the way that you can promote Ryan Garcia. That changes the way that Oscar De La Hoya can promote him. He ain't no big sale like that no more. He can't promote him, being a young kid, that look good and knocking everybody out. Now everybody gonna look at him as a fraud. That's just how the game of boxing go. So Oscar De La Hoya knows, damn, I ain't gonna be able to get no bread out of him no more if that shit happened like that. I'm not gonna be able to get millions and millions out of Ryan Garcia. So what Oscar really wanted to do, he didn't want the fight to happen. He wanted Ryan Garcia to continue to fight the level of a competition that he'd been fighting, and then continue to build a fight. So until he was comfortable with putting Ryan Garcia in there. Till he was comfortable. Or until he see, okay, I done made everything I can make out of Ryan Garcia. Now I'm going to let him fight somebody like Tank. Because Oscar, 2 years ago, he said, oh, no, Tank is a beast. Ryan Garcia is not ready for Tank. Oh, no, not Tank. What make me think that he still don't think that? He claims, and he brought that up himself. He said, well, I remember I did say before that Ryan Garcia wasn't ready for Tank, and I did say that, but now, I got to say that I got to favor Ryan Garcia. I don't believe you, dog. And like I said, the way that you was acting, during this whole, when they announced it, the way that you was acting, that's not how you act when you want to make a fight with somebody, right? If I want to do business with somebody, if I want to do business with Money Brown, right, I don't get on Twitter and social media and shit on Money Brown and dog him out. Because if I do that, I know that he probably ain't going to want to do business with me. And that's exactly what Oscar De La Hoya kept doing to Showtime and Al Heyman. But see, they didn't let him out. See, the thing is they ignored all of that shit that Oscar De La Hoya was doing, because I feel that he was trying to get out of the fight. Not Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia was pressing him. Ryan Garcia was on his helmet like, hey, make this fight happen. Make this fight happen. This is the fight I want. Make it happen. So what I feel that happened is they, they got that contract to Ryan Garcia. They ain't give it to Oscar first. They gave it to Ryan. That's why you heard Oscar say, oh, yeah, I'm going to meet with Ryan Garcia right now. He has the contract, and hopefully we can get it signed. Ryan Garcia got that contract. They ain't give it to your ass, dog. Because they know if they had gave it to you, it's a lot of things you could have done to weasel your way out of this goddamn fight. And then Ryan Garcia don't know. You know what I'm saying? He don't know. And now that Ryan Garcia has the contract, Oscar De La Hoya has the contract, hopefully we get it signed. They said last night that they were, Oscar said, we got to go over the details, and, looks like we're going to have a signed contract. We're going to have a fight. Hopefully we get it signed. Hopefully Oscar don't pull no last minute shit talking about, this is in the contract. We got to work on this. Because if you hear that shit come out, that Oscar is complaining about some shit that's in the contract, well, after Ryan Garcia already had it, his people looked over, he cool. If they come out with that shit, we might not get the fight. But I guess it's looking good for right now. It's looking good for right now. But I'm gonna let Money cook on the situation. And matter of fact, let me read some of these comments. I missed. And y'all smash the like button. Leon Robinson said, got damn near 10 years on Broner. Me too, dog. And that nigga look old as hell. Let me see. Bomax say, Carpenter reported that Fulton finna fight Inoue in Japan. That's dangerous for Fulton. They're gonna rob him. Man, bro, you fighting that man in Japan, bro? That shit crazy. That's I don't know. If they better be paying Fulton big money to fight that man in Japan. That's dangerous. Sean Garn says, I hope they just jockeying. Hold on. He said, I hope they just jockeying for negotiation position. If they drop the ball, boxing is going to be weird to me by not making a fair amount of fights fans are clamoring for. But it looks like that they might get it done. But like I said, the best thing that they could have done is get to contract to Ryan Garcia before they gave it to Oscar De La Hoya. Because like I said, that's just my opinion. I think that Oscar, he ain't really want the fight, but Ryan was pressing the fight. Jose Sanchez says the good news is we getting what we want in Tank versus Ryan. Oscar action don't speak for Ryan. Tank and Ryan put that pressure on both promoters. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. Exactly what I was saying, Jose. Nuke One Up Gang says Oscar was drunk too. Truth comes out when you drunk. Yeah. Oh yeah, when he said that about Tank. Yeah. But hopefully, my man OTB, what it do? He said Ryan will leave him before first free agent in boxing. He said Ryan will leave him if that happens. Well, Ryan been threatening to leave him in it for a long time for not making certain fights that he wanted. Yeah, and y'all smash the like button. Windy City Assassin says Mike Carpenter is reporting McSall versus Figueroa finalizing for March 4th. Yeah, I heard about that one too. I got Figueroa definitely in that fight. But y'all smash the like button, y'all. And my man Paul Kenrick, my man Paul Carrick in that Cash App, man. I appreciate you, man. Much appreciated. But money, man, the floor is yours, man.
Yes, sir.
Y'all get the likes up. Y'all get the likes up. Zenith, I see you in the building. Get the likes up. Get the likes up.
Facts on facts, man. But I'm agreeing with you, everything you said, man. It comes to the point to where Oscar De La Hoya found. He do feel like, it's a big risk putting Ryan Garcia in the ring with Gervonta Tank Davis because he don't even believe he can beat him. You know what I mean? He know it in his heart. The shit he be saying, he don't really believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? It comes down to the point that he know he cannot lose Ryan Garcia. So if you don't make this fight happen, you gonna have beef with Ryan because Ryan tired of getting that motherfucking, the jacket put on him as being a little duck, being a social media fighter, all these names that he get put on him to where he know this one fight with Gervonta Tank Davis can kill all that. I mean, getting into the ring with Tank can take away all that shit that people talking about, win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. Nobody can call you a duck. Nobody can call you a pussy. None of that. Nothing. Because you get into the ring and you fighting this dude. So it just come down to, Ryan Garcia wanted to fight. And I stand by what I say. I do think Ryan put pressure on Oscar De La Hoya and told him, do not let this fight get past. I don't care what you're talking about, bro. Do not let this fight get past. Do what you got to do to make this fight happen. And Oscar went out there. He did. He even said one time, I don't think Ryan should take this fight, but he wants it. So I gotta do what he say. You know what I mean? He know damn well he only got Virgil Ortiz and Ryan Garcia. And Ryan is the hottest thing he got over there right now. So he ain't gonna let it pass him by at all. He ain't gonna let it pass him by. Now, Tank did exactly what I said in my video. You know what I'm saying? Send their ass the contract, get them on camera, and make them sign it, bro. That way, Oscar De La Hoya can't be running around talking about PBC did X, Y, and Z, right? I wish Errol and them would have did this to Terence Crawford in their match, but they can't say, oh man, we was waiting and they didn't send it, and it's this, it's that. It's like, oh no, Mr. Postman, we agreed to everything. We gave you what you asked for. We sent that thing on over. Now the ball is in y'all court. The ball is in y'all court. Ryan Garcia, you want to fight so bad. Your daddy saying this the only fight you want. Your brother, your mama, right? Y'all run around, or you don't want no other fight. Or y'all want to talk about the tune-up and all that shit is out the door now. Are you going to sign that contract? Are you going to sign it? Y'all on social media pointing at the contract. Ryan looking rough, looking nervous as fuck, right? He don't look as happy as he was talking or as over for him and all this shit, right? You don't look too confident now. You know what I'm saying? All that 2 round shit, you don't look too confident now. That the look on your face, boy, look like, God damn, what I done got myself into. You know what I'm saying? But, I feel like it's going to be a cool little scrap of things of that nature. But, I'm with you, though, bro. Oscar De La Hoya, he really didn't want this fight. Ryan ass, I think he talked his way into this fight, bro, about all that motherfucker trolling, like he was doing with Errol Spence, right? You did all that trolling. Now your ass is in the thick of the fire now. You in the thick of the fire, you can't get out of it. You know what I'm saying? You can't get out of it. So we'll see what they do. Key, you talking about Monday, you want the contract, all this. If we don't got the contract, we moving forward. Them people, they slap that motherfucker contract together so fast, bro, because they understand what it's gonna do for Tank, bro. Tank knock out Ryan, they catapult him even further. So, it's like he was trying to call a bluff, like they was afraid of some shit, and they called his bluff and sent it to his ass. So now, we gonna see how they play this out, because you gotta sign it. You can't say, because you seen Oscar De La Hoya, we agreed to everything been agreed upon, the money, everything. He say everything. All it take is just the ink to the paper now. The ink to the paper. Like, ain't no, we need the transparency and all that word ass shit. All he need is the ink to the paper, bro. And let's see if they put the ink to the paper.
Yeah, because I mean, what else you got to do? Ryan agreed to everything already. What else we need to do? So we gonna see. They should have did it. They should have had it signed by last night. He said he was gonna sign. You know what I'm saying? They should have had it signed by last night. But I'm telling y'all, don't trust Oscar. Don't trust Oscar, because he really don't want to fight. He's doing this because Ryan Garcia backed him in the wall.
I agree, Key. I agree.
Ryan Garcia backed him up against a wall to where he ain't really had no choice. And then, Showtime and them, they was pressing them too. Because let's keep it real. Showtime don't really want to work with DAZN, but they're showing Gervonta Davis, we working for you. So, we going to do whatever we can to get you what you want. They know how valuable Tank is. And he just signed that exclusive deal to Showtime. So they trying to show Tank, hey, we ain't gonna do you like Mayweather was doing. You know what I'm saying? If you want it, we gonna go get it for you. Even though we don't work with DAZN, even though we don't want nothing to do with Oscar De La Hoya, we gonna do this for you. So that's what it is. And trust me, you gotta take your hat off to Ryan Garcia, because he really wanted to fight. Ain't no way that this fight will be going down or even getting this far in, with a contract or whatever, if it wasn't for Ryan Garcia really, really pressing the issue. That's why it really pissed me off when people get to talking, oh man, Ryan Garcia, he's just bluffing. He don't really want to fight. He gonna pull out and this and that. And they try to blame everything on Ryan Garcia. Nah, we wouldn't have got this far if Ryan Garcia didn't really want to fight.
Key, Oscar De La Hoya gonna pull a Bill Haney, put an S at the end of his name. Oscar De La Hoyas. Oscar De La Hoyas. I put the S at the end sometime. And they go full of Bill Haney.
Oh shit, man! Did you see Bill Haney and whatchamacallit get into it, Coach Calvin?
Yeah, I played that shit last night. I've been made a video on that shit. Hell yeah, I got on Bill last with his corny ass.
Hey man, I always got to bring up some money and shit.
You broke. I always got to bring up money, bro. Like, Bill, get your ass out of here, bro.
But with all that being said, man, Ryan ain't no easy opponent, and Gervonta Davis knows that. Tank said, this is what Tank said. Tank said that he feels that Ryan Garcia is going to be the toughest fighter of his career. And he said, and they asked him, do you think that you're going to stop him? And he said, yeah, like anywhere between 8 to 10. So he giving Ryan Garcia to go deep in the fight. Tank,
I said 9 and 12. I said 9 and 12. I'm telling people, bro, Ryan can fight. Like, I don't care what nobody say. They can say what the fuck they. People saying that the shit on Ryan because of Devin Haney, bro. They just mad because Ryan. People can say what they want. I don't give a damn what they say. Ryan Garcia got more star power than Devin Haney. He's a, you know what I'm saying? You can market him better, call it for whatever reason. But Ryan Garcia can fight. He can punch. He got speed. He got accuracy, bro. And the boy is dangerous. He knocking out grown ass man like he knocking him out. People ain't gonna give him credit for knocking out Javier Fortuna, bro. But he stopped Javier Fortuna. He stopped motherfucking Luke Campbell. If Ryan, he got the power to stop anybody. I keep saying it, bro, and I'm gonna stand on that shit, bro. The dude can punch, bro.
He can, man. He can. He's very dangerous. And like I said, hey, he's knocking out everybody he get in the ring with, just like Tank is doing. You feel me? So Ryan Garcia, man, gonna be a hell of a fight. I can't wait to see this fight. It's gonna be star-studded. Probably gonna be the biggest fight of this year. Probably is gonna be the biggest fight of this year. Let's just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? All of the youngins, they want to see Ryan Garcia versus Tank. Watch. Chris, you want to see Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis?
Yeah, I want to see that.
You hear? Say it loud so they can hear you.
I wanted to see that for like a long time now.
See, he said he wanted to see that fight for a long time. He don't watch boxing. He said, I've been wanting to see that fight for a long time now. That shows you how big Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis is. That fight is going, and at first I was like, I don't know if it's gonna do better than Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Yeah, it's a bigger fight just because of the state of boxing, how it is today. It's a bigger
And who
fight.
they is, Keith? They young, bro. Like Earl and Bud in their 30s. These niggas in their 20s. They got their social media follow. You see who Tank touched. Tank got the rappers. He got the athletes. Ryan Garcia, he known out there. He got the big time contracts. He got the girl. Tank got the girls too. Ryan got the girls. Ryan got his little following. He linked up with Jake Paul now. So him and Jake Paul got that big following. So he gonna bring Jake Paul fan back. Like, bro, they gonna bring some people.
You're gonna have in that fight, because see, boxing is usually you gonna have a crowd of blacks or you're gonna have Mexicans.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it usually be. With this, you're gonna have white folks, black folks, Mexicans. I'm talking about you're gonna have all races in there.
Yeah.
And it ain't really two other fighters that you can name that's gonna bring everybody. I'm talking about you're gonna have the diehards, the casuals, the people that don't even know nothing about boxing. Everybody is just gonna want to see this fight. And I think that it will do over 1 million pay-per-view buys for sure. It will. Because fights like this, what they do when it's big fights like this, it's very hard to stream these fights. They'll cut that stream out.
Facts.
Fights like this, they cut them streams out. So people be thinking they gonna stream that shit. Yeah, nah. You're not going to. They're gonna make it so you're gonna have to pay for it. Now, of course, people will get around it, but then you think you watching the fight, they'll cut that shit right back out on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Big fights like this, they do that.
Right, you have to be bagging in 1,000 times. Oh, damn,
you
man.
missed the whole fight for real.
Uh-huh.
But man, so yeah, man. But I think it's going. It should happen. We just gotta wait. We gotta wait the next couple of days and see if we get, Oscar De La Hoya come out talking about, we just got a few things to fix in the contract. Because if you hear that, the red flags better go up. Because hey, if you hear that shit, I'm telling you. But anyway, man, let's go ahead, hit the like button. Let's go ahead and talk about this Terence Crawford. This Terence Crawford situation. Steven Espinoza, he came out and exposed Terence Crawford. Now, what we gonna do over here is we gonna talk about what was really said, because I'm gonna play the audio. We gonna talk about what he really said, right? Not flipping words around and doing all of that shit. We gonna talk about what was really said from Steven Espinoza. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this, right? I'm gonna play the audio, and I might stop the audio, in between, and we can chime in and cook on it, right? So we gonna get through the whole audio. We gonna get through the whole thing. So hit the like button, smash on the like button, and here we go. And I'm not gonna play the full, but I'm gonna play like basically just the key parts, what was said, that everybody's been talking about. So let me hold on. You know what? Let me turn my speaker on so everybody can hear it. And we're gonna cook on it, right? Because we really gonna break it. We're gonna break this down. What was said. Get down to the real.
Power on.
Let me turn this speaker on. Hold on. Here we go. And y'all smash the like button while we getting this hooked up for y'all. Smash the like button while we getting this thing together for y'all. Here we go. Now, let's play it. And like I said, we gonna stop it, in between or whatever. We gonna cook on all the key parts. Let's start it from right here. Hold on.
I mean, there's got to be a different way of going about it, than sitting there and sort of moving incrementally an inch at a time over months and months. So if this is going to get done, look, we all know what the issues are. We all know what a basic structure is. Either people are interested or they're not, because no one wants to waste any more time. So if he's interested, look, there's no perfect deal. Instead of trying to get the perfect deal, let's do the best deal we can in the circumstances before this thing, passes its expiration date.
Crawford has said that, the negotiations was dragging on. You being on that side, can you talk a little bit?
I can barely hear Key, and I ain't heard the interview yet.
I mean, look.
Can you make it a little louder, Key?
Fingers and inflame.
Huh?
Can you make it a little louder? I can barely hear.
You can't hear it?
Hold on. Let me see if my shit. Oh, nope, that's me. Don't worry. Go ahead. Sorry, that's my shit down low. Go ahead, Key.
Okay, I'll run it back a little bit.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
So if he's interested, look, there's no perfect deal.
Basically, he said, hold on, I'll run it back. Hold on.
About it, than sitting there and sort of moving incrementally an inch at a time over months and months. So if this is going to get done, look, we all know what the issues are. We all know what a basic structure is. Either people are interested or they're not, because no one wants to waste any more time. So if he's interested, look, there's no perfect deal. Instead of trying to get the perfect deal, let's do the best deal we can in the circumstances before this thing, passes its expiration date.
Crawford has said that, the negotiations was dragging on. You being on that side, can you talk a little bit about that?
I think I mean, look, again, I don't want to get into point fingers and inflame things, but I think if you ask this side, I think a lot of the dragging on was due to Terence's own asks and, the timetable, in which he was responding. It seemed that a lot of time would go by after each offer.
Let's stop it right there. Right? So what he's saying is that if they did come back together to try to get the fight done, things got to be different, right? Things got to be different. You can't get a contract and then just move along slow like a snail, like business doesn't have to get done, right? Now, the whole thing is Terence Crawford was telling everybody, oh, well, the reason I pulled out and I fought David, I've been sneezing is because the whole time they knew that I wanted to fight in 2022. They knew that that was just the problem because I needed to get a fight in 2022. And me and Money and the people that keep it 100, to keep it real, we were saying that he's the reason why the fight was being pushed out to 2023. Now, Stephen Espinoza just clearly told you, look, every time he would ask for something, we would give him, we would give it to him. And then he was just taking his time, moving along slowly, getting back to us. So they would give him, so he said, okay, well, I want this. I need y'all to add this in the contract. They added in the contract, and then he just, where's Bud? We ain't heard from Bud. It's been 15 days. It's been a month. We ain't heard from Bud. And he was moving along with the negotiation very slowly because he wasn't getting back to him. You heard Stephen Espinoza clearly just tell you that. He is the reason why the fight was starting to, prolong. I think originally they had announced this fight, for September? Then they had to move to November. Then they gave a December. And then it was like, okay, well, it don't look like they're going to be able to get it done until early 2023. And that was because of Bud. Now, what did you get from that?
Everything you saying, bro, what we've been saying, dragging his goddamn feet. And don't remember, the BLK supporter said, he was dragging his feet with us as well. You know what I'm saying? So Those are facts. Nobody can deny that shit. So man, I'm rocking with Steven Espinoza 120%, Key. Plain and simple. He didn't want the fight. He was dragging his goddamn feet because he was trying to get the deal with BLK Prime, and he was just trying to stall PBC to piss them off, bro. Because, he wanted to cause confusion, and that's exactly what he was doing. We all know what he was on, right? I don't want to jump the gun, but we all know what he was on. He wanted to cause confusion, dragging his goddamn feet, and, he wanted to piss them people off to get a fucked up reaction. But go ahead, Key.
And one thing that I do know, this is not sources. No, one thing that I do know for a fact, 150% fact, is that every time that he spoke with the PBC, he got an offer from a PBC, he went straight to BLK Prime and was showing them, this is what PBC is doing. This is, what y'all think about this. This is what they trying to tell me. This is what they trying to give me. But why was he hiding the whole time from PBC that he was dealing with BLK Prime? Simple. He didn't want to fight. But we're going to go ahead and continue to listen to the rest of what Steven Espinoza had to say. This man ain't got a reason to lie. He didn't throw Bud under the bus. He could have told y'all a lot more, but he tried to keep it professional. He was just saying, next time he got to stop, moving along slowly and try to drag things out. That was on him. He wasn't getting back to us. They're trying to get the fight done for Errol Spence. They don't give a fuck about Bud. They trying to get things moving along, and Bud is just taking his time because he didn't want to fight. He working with BLK Prime, waiting for them to give him a way out. That's what he was doing. He was stalling out PBC, waiting on BLK Prime to give him a way out of the fight. Because if PBC hadn't gave him a way out, it was either fight Errol Spence or nobody. He don't have a promoter. That's what it was. That's what it came down to, and he knew that. Ain't nobody really fucking with me, but these people, BLK Prime. I don't want to fuck with Errol Spence. I don't want to do no business with PBC. So I'm looking for them to give me a way out. But money, you on?
Yep, I'm here. Go ahead.
I'm gonna play the rest of it. I'm gonna continue to play it. Hold on.
And there was just
hold on. Okay, here we go.
A lot of time would go by after each offer, and there was just a stubbornness that dug in on certain points that we thought shouldn't have been insurmountable. Weeks and weeks of negotiating. So if we're going to jump back into it, let's jump back into it and get it done quickly. Look, we don't have to address the first point that much because there's been a lot of.
Okay. Now I skipped over, but what was said is they asked him about Bud Crawford, right, having an issue with getting no guarantee, right? They asked him about Bud Crawford having an issue with getting no guarantee, and then Bud Crawford having an issue with the transparency. And this is what Steven Espinoza said. The first issue that he's saying we don't have to address that is the no guarantee. And this is what he said about Bud Crawford, with the no guarantee. And we're going to really cook on this because, see, Blue tried to flip the shit around. We're going to really cook on this.
Get it done quickly. Look, we don't have to address the first point that much because, there's been a lot of promoters and fighters that come out and say it's not that unusual to fight without a guarantee. It's absolutely not. And in fact, pay-per-view guarantees didn't even start coming into existence until about 3 years ago. So the reality is, for the longest time, for the bulk of the pay-per-view business, there were very, very few guarantees. So now to come in and say I'm the first one in history that didn't get one, that's just factually absolutely incorrect. I can give probably off the top of my head 20 different fights. There have been, fights. There have been Tank Davis fights where he didn't get a guarantee. There have been Mayweather fights where he didn't get a guarantee. So look, that perspective is just flat out wrong.
Now, let's go back, right? Because let's go back to hear what he said.
Business, there were very, very few guarantees.
So what he said was that basically what he was saying, right? If you hear what he's saying and then you listen to fully what he's saying, right? He's saying that basically until 3 years ago, what he's saying, until 3 years ago, it wasn't like every pay-per-view, you know, it wasn't, let me see how to put it. It wasn't normal, right? It wasn't normal for every pay-per-view fighter to have a guarantee, right? That just became like normalized 3 years ago. Yeah, people were getting guarantees before 3 years ago, you know, if they did pay-per-view, but that didn't become a normal thing until around 3 years ago. That's what he's saying, right? He's just telling you that didn't become a normal thing until around 3 years ago, right? Also, if you hear what he says it's been a lot of fighters that didn't get, it's been a whole lot of fighters that didn't get a guarantee. He says Gervonta Davis, he's had fights where he didn't get a guarantee. Floyd Mayweather, he's had fights where he didn't get a guarantee. That man never said that Floyd Mayweather never got a guarantee on pay-per-view until 3 years ago. He never said that. I'm gonna play it back so you can hear exactly what he said.
So now to come in and say I'm the first one in history that didn't get one, that's just factually absolutely incorrect. I can give probably off the top of my head 20 different fights. There have been, you know, fights. There have been Tank Davis fights where he didn't get a guarantee. You know, there have been Mayweather fights where he didn't get a guarantee. You know, so look, that perspective is just flat out wrong. The transparency is
so Blue. He tried to flip it like the man said that Mayweather never got a guarantee in a pay-per-view fight until 3 years ago. When everybody with common sense, no, come on now. Like, come on now, really? He tried to flip it and say that Steven Espinoza is lying because, you know, and then put up showing that Mayweather got a guarantee with Canelo Alvarez. Mayweather, he tried to flip the shit and I caught it. Like, bro, that's not what he said. He didn't tell you that Mayweather ain't never had no guarantee until 3 years ago. He never said that. Did you hear him say that, Money?
Not one bit, you fucking liar.
Not one. And so you're flat out lying, right? And you flipping shit. That's the type of shit that I don't like. You know, that man never said that. He's just telling you like, hey, Tank Davis has had fights, not all of his fights. He's had fights to where he didn't get a guarantee. Floyd Mayweather had fights on pay-per-view to where he didn't get a guarantee. Like, bro, why are you taking this man's words and then lying and trying to flip the shit? Like, what is the point of doing that? And it seems like ever since he got with BLK Prime, he's doing everything he can to shit on the PBC. You weren't doing that before when they was giving you media passes. All of a sudden now, everything that Steven Espinoza or PBC come out with, you do everything you can, right, to flip it, twist it, and turn it for your audience. And motherfuckers go and run with this shit. That's why I tell people, go listen to the news yourself. Go listen to it yourself. You know what I'm saying? He tried to flip that man's everything that man said, he tried to flip it around and twist it. I mean, you heard a lot of fighters come out that's had big pay-per-views. It's true. They just get a percentage of the whole fight revenue. They don't get a guarantee. Mike Tyson, he's had big fights to where he didn't get a guarantee. Roy Jones has had big fights to where he didn't get a guarantee. You just heard Steven Espinoza say that Floyd Mayweather has had big fights on pay-per-view where he didn't get a guarantee. Gervonta Davis and so on and so on. But let's go ahead and continue to play it because I just wanted to clear that shit up because a lot of people running around, believing this shit and it's pitiful. You got anything to chime in on that, Money?
Nope, we keep it pushing.
Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and continue to play it.
Is absolutely baffling.
Hold on.
The transparency is absolutely baffling. He got that in black and white. Seen the contract. It's there in black and white. And the reality is the way we would have to account, like we collect the money, we do the accounting. you can't do an accounting without being transparent. Now, it depends what transparent means. To most people, it means transparency means I know what the revenues are, I know what the expenses are, I know what the deductions are. It's all out in the open. Now, that has never been an issue on this fight or on any other fight that we've been involved in. If transparency means something else.
Yeah, he wants the power to at least know of expenses and ask.
Well, see, now here's where it gets a little bit complicated. If you're saying I get the right to approve expenses, first of all, I have a problem with that, because what's going to happen when I tell you, okay, this is what TV production costs, and you say, no, I think it'd be cheaper. So wait a minute, now I can't produce it. We've been doing this quite a while. I know what it costs. And so if it costs pretty much the same as it does for other big pay-per-views, there's an industry standard. We're not going to go into a promotion and have the risk of someone saying to us 2 weeks out, no, I don't like that contract, I'm not signing. Or go into it and say, oh, we're waiting for a fighter's signature and it's fight week and I don't know when he's going to get around to reviewing this expense and approving it. Like, it's just not a realistic way to do business.
Wow, dude. Who the hell is Terence Crawford thinking? I'm going to let you go ahead and start this one, Money.
No doubt. It's my money, cuz. It's my money. Look, man, it comes down to the point, bro, to where he wanted to change some shit up, right? Let him tell it, Key. Nobody wanted to be undisputed until he became undisputed. Okay, sister? Nobody wanted to be undisputed until he became undisputed, right? He just wanted to come and change up some shit, bro, that he knew. And I'm quite sure he was aware of these things, bro. He's not dumb to the fact. You feel me? So he want to go on that key and once again cause confusion, bro. He want to cause confusion. This is a tactic by Terence Crawford to fuck up a relationship with PBC, Steven Espinoza, and Showtime, bro. To turn around and sign with BOK Prime to make Errol Spence them look bad so he won't have to fight the man, bro. That's all he doing. That's all he doing, bro. Dude playing some methods. He going in there asking for shit that he knowing ain't never been done before. You feel me? So at the end of the day, bro, like I say, man, we all know what the situation was with this dude, fam. He didn't want to do business with these people. He had BOK Prime in his back pocket. He was using PBC and Showtime to bribe BLK Prime out of that, whatever they gave him, 10 million, whatever the fuck, even if he got 10 million, oh well. To bribe him out of whatever he got from them, bro, to push along, to make them say, you know what, if y'all really want this fight, I'm finna go over here, right? Because I remember, the BLK supporter said, oh, the lawyer told us that they was going along with the PBC deal, right? That was it. They was going along with the PBC deal, but turn back around to sign with them motherfuckers, So at the end of the day, bro, it's just a farce, bro. It's just a farce, bro. He wanted to cause some bullshit. He like these dudes are stupid, like they don't know what was going on. He got what he asked for, but he just wanted to create some shit, bro, to force the fight or to try to make them bag about the fight. But you know what they did, Key? They shocked his ass. They shocked his ass and gave him what he asked for, bro. And he wasn't ready for it. And once he got it, that motherfucker just took off running. That's it. That's it, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Dude just make my damn head hurt. I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro.
Bro, shit's crazy, right? Shit's crazy. Like, when do you get a fighter, right, that you don't do business with, don't have a promoter, come over by himself, right, and demand transparency? So they give you transparency, and you say, nah, I want more than that. I want to be able to, basically approve. I want to be able to look at all the expenses and tell y'all, okay, I approve of this or I don't approve of this. Who's doing that? Errol Spence don't even get to do that shit. So you mean to tell me that this man wanted the ability, right, to say, okay, this is how much y'all paying for commercial ads? Nah, I think it don't cost that much. You know what I'm saying? I think that y'all should, this is what the budget should be for that. Oh, this is how much y'all paying for these advertisements? Nah, I think that y'all need to, do this. I don't approve of that. Right. Who the fuck is this dude think he is? Like, who does he think he is? Like, bruh. Yeah, and you talking about a boss can do that and he ain't the boss. He's not the boss over there at Showtime. Hey, bro, you're not coming over here. You're going to come over here and tell us how to do business. Tell us how much we should be putting into this fight. Tell us how much we should be putting into advertisement. A boss, he's a goddamn fool. That's what he is. Because first of all, when was he ever a boss? He was on damn near his whole career. He was under Bob Arum. And he had Bo Mack managing him. He ain't never dealt with nothing like that his whole career. Never dealt with none of that. Ever. So all of a sudden, he's supposed to know how to deal with all of that. He's supposed to know how much Showtime budget is supposed to be for advertisements. He's supposed to know how much Showtime is supposed to pay for commercials and all of that. Bro, you don't have no idea when it comes to that part of the business. So like Steven Espinoza was saying, is like, nobody does that. We're not giving this man the power, to do some shit like that and then call off the fight the week of a fight because he's mad because we're spending this amount of money on whatever it may be. This is what we do. You're not going to come over to Showtime and take my job and tell me how to do my job. This dude is a fucking clown. He didn't do that with BLK Prime. He didn't do that shit with Bob Arum. But now you're gonna come up. See, the whole thing is a lot of y'all don't get it. He didn't want to fight. He did not want to fight. In order to fight Errol Spence, he wanted that motherfucker. He wanted Errol Spence's background. He wanted his motherfucking ex-girlfriend number. He wanted to see what type of trouble he was that he ever got into in elementary school. He wanted that nigga football stats. Like, come on, bro. He wanted Jay Ism's motherfucking background and police record. Like, you need all this shit to fight Errol Spence. But then Blue Blood come on my show and tell you that he was able to get a deal done with Terence Crawford to fight David I've been sneezing in 24 hours. But you needed the world to get a fight done with Errol Spence. And y'all really still think that this man wanted to fight. Y'all really think this man wanted to fight. We're talking about undisputed, 4 belts on the line, more money than you ever made in your whole entire career. And for the whole boxing world, right, if you win, to call you the number 1 guy in boxing over everybody without a shadow of a doubt. That's everything you was going to get if you beat Errol Spence. But you mean to tell me that he wanted to fight? He doing all of that. You see fighters do everything they can, break their neck to try to get undisputed. Just undisputed. Some of these guys ain't even getting the biggest payday of their life. They breaking their neck to do everything they can to do undisputed. But he's doing all of that. And that sounds like a fighter that actually wanted to fight. That sounds like a fighter to y'all that actually wanted to fight. To me, it sounds like somebody that didn't want to fight, that was doing everything they could to get out of the fight. Like I said, the man told you himself, he was talking to BLK Prime the whole time he was negotiating with PBC. He told you himself, he never came to PBC and let them know that he was dealing with nobody else. He never told them about BLK Prime. But in the middle of the night, this motherfucker make an announcement that he going off to fight David I've been sneezing. And his own people, Blue Blood and them, said that they got the deal done with him in 24 hours. So you mean to tell me you didn't have none of these discrepancies with them? You needed to see background. You need to have background checks. You needed to see motherfucking expenses. You need to be in charge of how much they were spending on the fight and all that shit in order to fight Errol Spence. But they gave you David I've been sneezing, and you was able to get all that shit done within 24 hours. Yeah, all right. And y'all believe this sucker wants to fight. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. And so Stephen Espinoza is now saying, look, we don't want to walk away from it, especially, and he says, especially Errol Spence don't want to walk away from it. But if we get back with Terence Crawford, it's going to have to go different. They also asked him, had they heard from Terence Crawford? Had they heard from Terence Crawford? He said no, they have not been in contact with him. Now, if you really want to fight, you got your tune-up in. Wouldn't you think the first thing that he would be doing is try to get back in contact with the PBC? Once again, wouldn't you think that the first thing that he would try to do was get back in contact with the PBC if he really wanted to fight? Not go on Twitter and tell everybody that you about to, oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm here when you here. Stephen Espinoza said, well, if we're gonna get it done, we're gonna have to get in contact with him. Because he knows that he not gonna reach out to them. All he gonna do is go and type on Twitter to make it look good to his fan base. Because you got niggas like Nunu that'll believe anything that Terence Crawford tell him. If Terence Crawford tell him right now that the motherfucking sky is raining, period, blood, he gonna believe it. If Terence Crawford tell all his fans that the sky, if you go outside right now, I promise you that the sky is raining, period, blood. Get your buckets. They gonna run out there with buckets believing that shit. I mean, I'm just saying. If you believe this man wanted this motherfucking fight, I don't know what to tell you. You got a problem. Nunu says BLK was paying, not holding they nuts like PBC. Well, I guess I don't know if you can't hear well. I don't know if you can't comprehend well. Is Terence Crawford bigger than Mike Tyson, Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones Jr., and we can go ahead and keep naming people, right? All these people had pay-per-view fights, and they understood, I don't need no guarantee. As long as I get if y'all offering me a guarantee, or you telling me that I can get a big percentage of the whole fight revenue, I'm going to make way more money. You a goddamn fool if you think that he was going to go in that Errol Spence fight when everything was said and done and make less than $6 or $10 million. Getting paid off of everything. Do you know how high those tickets was going to be alone? Come on, man. I'm going to tell you once again, you a goddamn fool if you believe that Terence Crawford was going to step in the ring with Errol Spence and when everything was said and done, he was going to get less than $10 million. He was going to make the biggest payday he ever made. Ever made. Why you need a fucking full background check on that? This motherfucker need a government background check on Errol Spence before he stepped in the ring with him. Come on, bro. Like, this shit don't make no sense. It's simple. He didn't want to fight. What he did want is he wanted BLK Prime to come up with him an opponent. They couldn't find an opponent to come up with. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay, well, damn, we having a hard time finding an opponent. What they did, money, they pulled motherfucking David I've been sneezing out of a fight that he already had scheduled. They pulled him out of a fight that he already had been scheduled. Fuck it. We got David I've been sneezing. He said he willing to pull out the fight. He willing to pull out the fight. And then they get the deal done, if you ask Blue Blood, in 24 hours. Yeah, I bet he did get that shit done in 24 hours. I bet you did get that deal done in 24 hours. Why was it so hard to get a deal done with Sean Porter? Just ask him. This ain't the first time he did all this shit. They had to take the Sean Porter fight the purse bid. And y'all think this dude really believe in himself like he pretend he do. He don't believe in himself like that. don't mean he ain't no good fighter. He's just banking on, okay, well, I know I can go in there and beat this dude easy. Now, if I fight him, I might get exposed. If I fight this guy, I might get exposed. And now I'm not going to be running around. Now I'm not going to be able to run around and tell everybody I'm the best pound for pound fighter in the world. I'm not going to be able to run around Big Bad Bud Crawford. I'm going to have to go to Omaha with an L on my record. And his ego is too big. His ego just too big for that. I'm going to have to go to Omaha with an L on my record. That's the chance I'm going to take. And he's not willing to take that chance. You know what? In order for me to take that chance, I need Errol Spence to get a DNA test. I don't believe his mama is his mama. For real, I need him to get a DNA test. I don't believe that woman birthed him. Yep, I'm not fighting Errol Spence until he get a DNA test. This dude is a clown, man, for real. G5, what's happening with it? Salute. What it do? I mean, I never heard a dude that was going to fight for undisputed with everything on the line, more money than he ever made. And then you do all of this. I'm just saying. It don't add up to me. What you think, Money? Money, you still in the building?
1 second, Kim. I want to phone through people. My bad, bro. I'm sorry.
No, you go. If you busy, you go ahead. Yeah. Free smoke, what it do? Like, I mean, it's funny because y'all call fighters ducks for much less than this. And then you get Terence Crawford fans refusing to call him a duck. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck with blue blood or motherfucking green blood and nobody else had to say. It is what it is. This dude didn't want to fight. And they gave him a way out.
Okay, Key, let me touch on a few points that you were saying, bro. I agree with you 120, fam. Like, all the points you made, bro. Everything that was on the line for him, bro. Like, it was going to, everything that he wanted, bro, he could have got in that Errol Spence fight. Everything that he said he didn't get, the recognition, you know what I mean? You got to, come on, man, get the fuck up. You got 2 times undisputed on the line. Errol Spence is the biggest thing you ever done in your career, right? You finna go undisputed at 47 in the 4-belt era. Crush everything somebody did at the welterweight division, right? Then you finna go out here and get a hell of a payday. You finna the number 1 pound for pound. That's just solidified. You feel me? Nobody can put nobody over you, fam. You got an opportunity to go fight Jamel Charlo now if you want that. It was so much on the line for him, bro, that he could have done if he would have beat Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't really believe in himself in that situation, fam. So of course he ducked the goddamn fight, bro. We all know he ducked the fight, bro. It's that he got the fucking that ego shit going on, and he want to be like when everything is said and done, and they out of boxing and shit, because they not banking on Errol Spence being a Hall of Fame. I'm telling you that right now. They're not banking on him touching that Hall of Fame status. So once he go into the Hall of Fame and shit like that, he want to be known. Or man, you know, Errol Spence ducked me. He didn't want this smoke. That's the only reason why I didn't fight him. You see how my career went. I did this, I did that. You know, when they sitting on the couch and shit, you think that Sugar Ray Leonard, that time he hit man her and shit, go back and forth like that. No, bro. No, your motherfucking feet gonna be held to the fire, bro. PBC, them dudes that went over and beyond to treat you right. They was doing shit, Key, that nobody was done. Like you say, he think he can just come and change some shit that's never been done with Mayweather and a lot of people, but he wanted the shit to happen because he said so. You know what I'm saying? Because he said so, because now you free from top rank. You feel like, oh, I'm my own boss. I can do this. I can do that. Nah, bro, go take that little anger out on top rank. You want to come and try to take your anger out on PBC and these dudes over here like they did something to you. Them people ain't done shit to you, bro. All they did was the same thing your motherfucking promoter was doing. You know what I'm saying? And they had the bigger fights on their side of the street. So now, you know, when you play the one tape, or, you know, they didn't want to do business with me then, but they want to do business with me now. Like, bro, you so fucking arrogant. You don't know how to put fillers to the side for business, fam. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to take a chance on yourself because you don't believe in yourself. You know you can't sell pay-per-views. Or you know they ain't buying pay-per-views. No, they not buying your shitty-ass pay-per-views with the fighters you fight. It ain't that they ain't buying pay-per-views. They ain't buying that bullshit, just like that fucking David Albanese shit didn't pop. But if you fight Errol Spence, watch what happened. Watch what happened. Take a chance on yourself. Believe in yourself for once. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't want to do that shit, bro. So of course he ducked the fight. Like you said, it don't matter what no motherfucking blood said. Good blood, bad blood, DNA blood, dog blood, whoever blood. The dude ducked the fight, bro. He didn't want the smoke, bro. Now, Stephen Espinoza said, fam, it's up to us if we want to do this shit, right? If Errol Spence say, listen, let's try to make it happen, because I think he go say, let's try to make it happen. Once they go sit down at the table with his ass, it's not going to be the same. They've not for the lollygag. They not for to play around with him, bro. They not for the lollygag and play around with him. Fuck it, do an Oscar De La Hoya. Sign this contract by Monday if you want to fight. Sign this contract by Monday if you want to fight. If you don't sign that motherfucker, then we gone, bro. We ain't finna deal with you, fam. Period, fam.
Right, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste no time with this dude. Dude is a clown, man. Like I said, and I always had respect for Bud. You know, I always had respect for him. Me and Money both. We was always arguing with people that said he didn't want to fight. He made me look like a damn fool. You know what I'm saying? All the arguments, I didn't win at it with people, you know, telling them to stop saying he don't want to fight. Bud want to fight. Come on, man. Dude made me look like a goddamn fool. And if anybody's still believing that this dude really believe in himself, he don't believe in himself like that against the best. It's always a problem when it comes to him fighting another fighter, right? That's been on that level. And I say been on that level because just go back to the Sean Porter situation. He didn't know that Sean Porter had 1 foot in and 1 foot out. He didn't know that. For all he knew is Sean Porter was going to be the same Sean Porter that came in the ring against Errol Spence. He acted a monkey. He didn't want to fight Sean Porter. He did everything he could not to fight Sean Porter, to where they mandated the fight and they had to take it to purse bid. Now, when it went to purse bid, Bob Arum was like, fuck it. You know, I ain't finna let them take over this fight. And I think Bob Arum ended up bidding on it. He wasn't pressing for that fight, dog. But it's going to be the same thing, right? They're gonna go, but Steven Espinoza, he's smart. He see that Bud don't really want to fight, but he knows that Errol Spence wants to fight. That's why he's telling you, hey, if we go back to the table with this dude, it's gonna be different. We're not finna waste our time like that. It's either you want to fight or you don't want to fight. You heard Steven say it. Steven even know that this dude don't want to fight. He said, look, we're not gonna do all of that next time. It's either you want to fight or you don't want to fight. It's no need to go through, dragging along and with all these months next time. It's not going to be the same. And I'm telling y'all that this fight is never going to happen. It ain't going to happen. It's just not. That's what we have to realize, that this fight is never going to happen. And it's 100% not going to happen because of Terence Crawford. But see, the thing is that I think that the fight would have happened. And now I understand, right? Because once all the information has come in, right? And you sit back and you look at everything that played out and how it played out, right? Now I understand what guys like Ricky Williams and Money Brown was saying. Because if it wasn't for BLK Prime, we would have actually got the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight. You know why we would have got it? Because he didn't have no other fight. It was either he fight Errol Spence or he sit on the motherfucking shelf until he had to fight a mandatory. That's what it was going to be. But BLK Prime, they came in and they gave him a way out of the fight. So did they ruin the fight? Yeah. But see, my whole thing is like, what I'm saying is like, I don't blame it on Blue, because Terence Crawford still had to make the decision to take the fight. But he didn't want the fight, so they gave him a way out of the fight. If they never had popped up with whatever offer they gave him, nobody else was finna pop up. Eddie Hearn wasn't finna pop up. Motherfucking, he just had sued Bob Arum. Who else? Who else you got? That's pretty much it. He wasn't going to be able to have no fight. So his back was up against the wall. That was basically, when he left Top Rank, that was his only choice. It was Errol Spence. Then BLK Prime came along and it's like, okay, well, damn. They might be able to come up with me something. I might not have to fight Errol Spence. I might be able to make some money, some easy money without having to fight Errol Spence. And that's just what he did. Let's stop capping and face the facts. So they gave him a way out and he took it and ran with it. What y'all think would have happened if let's just keep it, let's be honest. What do y'all think would have happened if BLK Prime had never came on the scene? And let me read this super chat real quick. My man Christopher Schaefer always coming through showing love, man, supporting the channel. He says, salute Keon and Money in the chat. He says, nearly everything that clown asked for was unreasonable, and he knows that. That lets us know he don't want it. I say 15 mil flat or 5 mil, 40%, take it or leave it. Yeah, man, he don't want the fight, man. Like, answer that question, everybody. Everybody, answer that question. What do you think would have happened if BLK Prime had never came in the picture?
I believe he would have had to take that fight. He wouldn't have had nowhere to go.
Yeah, exactly. They gave him a way out. They gave him a way out. And I understand business is business, but they are the reason, right, that the fight didn't happen. BLK Prime is actually the reason that the fight didn't happen. If you really, really want to keep it real, that's the reason that the fight didn't happen. Because without BLK Prime, it's no David, I've been sneezing in Terence Crawford fight. His back is up against the wall. It's Errol Spence or nothing. And then you're going to sit around, right? Then he would have sat around and he would have ended up having to fight Jaron Ennis or Virgil Ortiz. But he would have had to sit out for a long time until those fights happened. And that's just the actual facts. Why do I think he left Bob? Because he started thinking that he could do shit on his own. He thought he was much bigger than what he was. He seen Errol Spence and the PBC guys getting all that back end money. See, what y'all problem is you think Bud Crawford make way more than Errol Spence and those PBC guys. No, he don't. He makes more guaranteed money up front, but that guaranteed money ain't shit. All that shit is money that you having to pay taxes on. Why them PBC boys, they getting way more than that, and they they're able to get around taxes. All they doing pretty much is they getting, when you see them report a $2 million guarantee, well, that's what they got to pay taxes on. They getting all that motherfucking back end money in their motherfucking account, and that's what they getting. Bud ain't never seen no fucking back end. He ain't never seen a back end. That's why he don't understand what a back end is. But see, y'all don't have sense enough to know that. Jose Sanchez says EJ would have already been at 154 and going on his second fight because everyone would know Bud was right. A duck, straight up. Oh. And that's the thing that kills me. You got all these dudes running around. Oh, Errol Spence ain't never seen a $10 million payday. If you believe that, you're a goddamn idiot. If you believe that Errol Spence and all them PBC fighters, they only making 2 or 3 million, you're a damn idiot. Adrian Broner told you that shit a long time ago. But yeah, man, ain't nobody no Bud hater. This is the truth. Country boy, anybody in here that's a Bud fan, tell me who Bud would have fought, right? Who Bud would have fought if BLK Prime hadn't came in? Who was he gonna fight? If BLK Prime hadn't came in the picture, tell me what Bud was gonna do. I'm still waiting for an answer. All right. Now y'all don't have no answer to that, huh? Anybody? I'm waiting. All the Bud Crawford fans, tell me what he would have done if BLK Prime hadn't came in the picture. I'm waiting. Getting real quiet up in this bitch. I want the Terence Crawford diehard fanatics tell me what he would have done if BLK Prime hadn't came and saved him. He wanted to be saved. I'm asking y'all, where y'all at? Y'all had a lot to say before. Where y'all at? Where's the Bud Crawford diehard fans? Yeah, okay. I didn't think y'all liked that question. Y'all didn't have no answer to that, huh? He would have fought Errol Spence or he would have sat on the sidelines. That's it. So BLK Prime, they gave him a way out. They gave him a way out. That's just what it was. Go run and tell Blue Blood I said that. They gave him a way out. The company that he's affiliated with, that he worked for, they gave him a way out. That's why Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight did not happen, because BLK Prime stuck their nose in the business. They gave Terence Crawford was first. He was looking for a way out, and they gave it to him. If they hadn't gave him the way out that he was looking for, he would have either fought Errol Spence or he would have set his ass out on the sideline. That's it. That's what would have happened. It wasn't nothing else. No other promoters was fucking with him. Not for the type of money he was demanding. Nobody else was fucking with Terence Crawford for the money that he was demanding. No, that's not an answer, Nunu. You talking about that don't matter. That you didn't answer the question, Nunu. Bro, you ain't answer the question, dog. I'm asking you to answer the question. What would Bud Crawford have done if BLK Prime didn't come and rescue the nigga and give him a way out? That's it. Easy to answer. Jose Sanchez said he would still be living and talking about his past accomplishments and thinking about the Boxing Hall of Fame. Exactly. And not fighting. Bolton South D-Town says, truth be told, I don't believe he got 10 million. I don't believe he got 10 million. I don't know what he got. I think he got like 6 million. If he got 10 million, okay, cool for them for being, idiots. If they're willing to lose all that money just to say that they had Terence Crawford on their platform, cool. Sheena says he would have got stripped. Yeah, well, he would have sat on the sideline until he had to fight a mandatory. I think he still got some time. I think he has to fight his mandatory by his next fight if it's not Errol Spence, right? Something like that. He still had time. Because I think it's a mandatory every year and a half. But yeah, they gave him a way out, and that's just what it is. And so we probably would have got the Errol Spence fight. We probably would have got the Errol Spence fight if BLK Prime hadn't came in the picture, because then he would have had to look at, okay, do I sit out a whole nother year without getting a payday? Or do I go into the Errol Spence fight and get the biggest payday of my career, win, lose, or draw? And I hope that he ain't that goddamn dumb to rather sit out a whole nother year than fight Errol Spence. So I think we would have got the fight. So the reason that we didn't get the fight is BLK Prime. And it's 50-50. It's Bud because he was looking for a way out, and it's BLK Prime because they gave him a way out. So, you know, that's just what it is. The guy George said he has until May. Yeah, so he would have had to sit out. He would have had to sit out at least until May before he fought. And then he would have had to go in, rusty as hell, right? Off of over a year and a half layoff and fight either Virgil Ortiz or Jaron Ennis. And I guarantee you he ain't want to do that. Not off a layoff like that. Country Boy said Bud will beat Spence with no problems. Okay, I'm glad you believe that, but he didn't believe that. That's what I'm saying. Bud Crawford, diehard fanatic fans, y'all believe in him more than he believes in himself. Because if he believed that he could beat Errol Spence with no problems, he wouldn't have been asking for all that shit and then ducked out of the fight. If he believed that, we would have had a fight. And that's a fact. So I'm glad you were able to believe in Bud Crawford more than he believes in himself. And that's the thing with fans. Like me, if I see a fighter that don't believe in himself like that, hey, you ain't finna see me believing in him like that. Once a fighter shows me that he don't believe in himself, I gotta back up. I gotta back up like, oh, nah. And I've done that with some of my favorite fighters. They'll show me like, okay, they don't really believe in themselves. I can't believe in you. And I'm not saying Bud is a shit. Bud can fight. He can fight. But if he believed in himself, like his fans believe in him, we would have already had the Errol Spence fight. That's just what it is, you know. I don't have no problem with people believing in Bud Crawford, but I have a problem with him, right, lying to his fans and pretending that he's something that he don't believe he is himself. Just is what it is. I wish he believed that. Like, I really, really wish he believed that he could actually beat Errol Spence easily. Because, see, the thing is, right, actions speak louder than words. He believed that he could beat David I've been sneezing very easy. That's why we saw him get in the ring with David I've been sneezing with no problem. Wasn't no problem for him to get in the ring with David I've been sneezing because he believed that he was going to win the fight easily. All them other fighters that he got in the ring, besides Sean Porter, he believed that he was going to walk through them easy. Wasn't no problem to make the fight. But anyway, you know, that's just what it is. You know, I don't go off of narratives. I don't go off of lies. I go off of facts and what I see. That's just what it is. I don't go off of, this is not a channel to where I have to go out to where I'm such big of a fan of a fighter. I got to go off of there. If this was Errol Spence moving like that, I wouldn't have a problem coming on here telling you, hey, Errol Spence moving like a hoe. I wouldn't have a problem coming on here telling you. If the tables were reversed, I'm not, like, for real. I wouldn't have a problem coming on here telling you. You know? But this just is what it is. This is not a narrative channel or a channel to where I have to flip shit and tell lies just because, you know, I got an agenda. This ain't one of those channels. Like I said, if you want to watch those type of channels, this is not the channel for you. And I don't have no problem with nobody disagreeing with me, but you got to come with some facts. You come over here, you got to come with some facts to back up that shit that you're saying. And actions always speak louder than words. When you can see it live and in color, the facts don't get no better than that. My man Neela says, hold on. He says, remember Doug Crawford was talking about if you confident with yourself, the money ain't the issue. It's going to come till EJ want to bump until EJ want to bump into him. Money was never no issue. He was talking all that. Oh man, I don't care about the money. Money ain't no issue. EJ come around, shit, man. I need this. I need that. I'm gonna need y'all to, you know what I'm saying? Put something in my bank account before we step in the ring. I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need y'all to show me what y'all spending money on. I'm gonna need to be able to approve expenses. If I think y'all paying too much for commercial ads, I'm gonna need y'all to take that out. I'm gonna need Errol Spence to get a DNA test. I'm gonna need Errol Spence mama to get a DNA test. I'm gonna need to get Errol Spence's background check. I need to know. Matter of fact, I need to speak to that nigga teachers. I need to see how many niggas he done knocked out at parties. I need all that shit. If y'all want me to step in the ring with him. But Bud, it's for undisputed. I thought you wanted to be undisputed, 2-time undisputed in 2 different weight classes. Bud, we're gonna give you more money than you've had your whole career than you ever made. Well, I thought you wanted to fight. Yeah. Nah. See, I do want to fight, but this is different. This is different this time. That shit funny as hell. Man, dude, something else. Dude is something else, man. Y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I appreciate everybody coming in. You know what I'm saying? Rocking out with us. Another great show. I will be back tomorrow. Check for my videos that I'm dropping. And like I said, I appreciate everybody that came through. Hey, I ain't got no problem with Bud Crawford fans. Be a fan of whoever you want. Hey, real talk, Zenith. That man, he want to know everything about Errol Spence before he got in the ring with him. Hey, but I appreciate y'all. We will be back tomorrow. So check for it. Same time, same place, different topics. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And we out.